Hey, everybody. Happy Sunday evening. What's everybody up to? Hey, Heidi. Hello, Templar. I just figured I'd come on. There's nothing going on. Don't want to discuss politics or the other bullshit. So I figured, come on. Let's do something. Hello, Just Jules. Ms. Mickey. Oh, you changed your name back. Ange. Nice name. No, I just figured I'd come on, just bullshit for a little bit. There's nothing really going on. I went to see Teresa Caputo last night. Very, very interesting. Um, it was a good time. It really was. But I have to say, we were at Parks Casino, and we had, you have to walk all the way to the back of the casino to get to where the show was. And never in my life, except for when I was in Chinatown, did I ever see so many Asian Americans in one spot. It was crazy. Yes, Heidi the medium. Um, but it was a really good time. She looked great. She had this silver sequins dress on with these awesome, awesome heels. Um, and she was funny. The place was packed. I mean, there was not an empty seat there. And she blew some people away with the stuff that she was saying, and it was a really, really, really good time. So if you have an opportunity to go see her, go see her. Teresa Caputo, the Long Island medium. So other than that, I tore my kitchen apart today, cleaned everything. Fun. So now I'm just sitting down, relaxing, and like I said, I didn't want to get into all the political, shows that are going on, and all the bullshit. So I figure, what the hell, I'll go live, see what everybody's doing, how everybody's weekend was. Hello, Redheaded. Hey, Just Beetle. Um, and just see if anybody wants to bullshit, see what's going on. Nothing really on TV, nothing really on YouTube worth talking about. So, well, I heard pizza's in New York. That should be interesting. And I don't know. I don't know. So, but I don't know. I guess, does anybody have any questions for me? I'm kind of bored. Yes, the protests are crazy. And that's what, because ICE is in California. They're in the wrong state, but okay. Muggsy. Hello, Muggsy. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's crazy with all this ICE stuff going on. They are gathering up, my opinion anyway. I think they're just gathering up the wrong people. Go after the ones that should be deported. Hint, hint, if you know what I mean. And, get that done and over with. Leave the kids in schools alone and all that other happy horse shit. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So much stuff's going on. I don't even. Okay. No, Muggsy, you are not getting a wrench. I love you to death, but you are not getting a wrench. You will wipe out half of my chat. So I want to know why Miss Mickey changed her name back. I liked the other one. That was a good one. So, oh man. I don't even know what to talk about. I just figured, let me go live, and so I don't have to do laundry. That is the real reason I went live, people. I tore the kitchen apart today, and I have like 3 loads of laundry that I need to do, and I really don't want to do it. So I figured, let me go live. There's nothing else going on, you know? Hey, Red. I thought you were on vacation, Red. Hello, Edwin. Good evening. Thank you. God bless you too. Oh, Muggsy wanted you to change it back. Why does everybody listen to Muggsy? Hey, Mojo. If anybody wants to come up and keep me company, go for it. Just tell me to drop the link. Read The Handmaid is always watching. Do you know how many books I have to read, Heidi? I have a whole thing in my catalog that I have to read. I didn't even start half of them yet. If it's on a audio book, I can listen to it while I'm working. But other than that, like sitting down to read a book, I haven't really had the time. There's always something going on. Oh, here's one for you. So majority of the people know that my daughter was like she was a softball fanatic, softball head growing up. Well, she signed her son up for football, and we went to go get him like all his stuff this week. So she walks into the store. She thinks it's going to be a breeze. So she goes, she gets the helmet. They're fitting them for the helmet and all that. The helmet, the pads, practice pants, the gloves, the mouthpiece, the neck protector, the back protector, all this stuff. Hey, sons. And so he finds the helmet he likes. He's like, yeah, this is the one. This is the one. So the lady's like, okay. So my daughter's like, well, how much is that one? She's like, $250. I thought my daughter was going to fall. I thought she was going to pass out. She's like, $250 for a helmet. I said, for a helmet, your softball bats were like $250 to $300 a hit, and you're worried about a helmet? So the sports has gotten very, very, very expensive. Very expensive. But this is going to be fun watching this little one run around trying to tackle people. It should be very, very interesting. So, yeah, you remember those days? Crazy. And Michael is here. Mike, if I drop the link, will you please come up and tell us what you're doing, what's going on? Mr. Sashio. Here, let me see if I can drop the link. Invite a guest, right? Copied. Paste. Come on. All right, there is the link if my Sashio wants to jump up, or if anybody wants to jump up. You don't have time right now. What are you, walking around to get a coffee? You suck, Mike. You suck. Every time you asked me to come up on panel, I would come up. But no. No. I have, who I wanted, you know what? Where's Heidi? Heidi, are you laying in bed? He's going to the airport. Okay, fine. Have a safe flight. Does that mean you're on your way home or you're going somewhere else? How come I can't see the live on my phone? Oh, that sounded really good. I can't get to it. It's not showing my own live. Oh, well, I don't know what I'm doing. Hello, Stacy. I don't know, guys. I started this. You're at the nail shop. Oh, jeez, Louise. Oh. Maybe I should have a topic. I know the topic that I want to discuss, but I don't know if you guys are going to be okay with it. Because, so much shit happens. So I was wondering, I'll be home July 2nd. All right, cool. This whole Diddy thing. I wonder what people are thinking about Cassie. Do you see Cassie as a victim or do you see her as a co-conspirator? Do you see her as being manipulated, used, um, stalked? Like, what's your opinion of the whole Cassie thing? Both. Hmm. See, you're at the nail shop. This ain't fair. Hmm. Hello, Oz. How are you? All right, Ange. You said kind of both. Why do you think kind of both? If anybody wants to grab the link and have a discussion about it, I posted the link. If you want to come up and discuss it. I just didn't feel like going into anybody else's chat. Both. She had 200 bottles of baby oil in her car. In her car? Are you serious? Hmm. I get it, Ange. I get it. You don't see how someone could be that manipulated. I understand. Victim and brainwashed, but also wanted a career. Correct. Yep. Go ahead, Mugs. You can grab the link, but don't mess with me. Because you know I'll boot you. Hello, Carlos. I'm dying here. Mike's going to the airport. He doesn't want to jump up. Heidi's getting her nails done. She doesn't want to, she can't jump up. Sons of Italy. It's not Juan. It's not John. Who the hell said Juan? I don't know. See, you guys that all do this on a regular basis make it look so easy. This is not easy. Not easy at all. You got to try to, keep it going. No dead silence. I mean, are you guys really going to make me do laundry? I really don't want to do laundry. Son, do you want to grab the link? You want to come up and bullshit? We're not going to discuss politics, though. Because you and I are on the different sides. Smash. Michael, I can't wait for you to get home so we can hear about all your excursions and everywhere you went. I know you have a lot of things that you can't upload yet. Come on, Red. Yes, no politics, though. I will drop the link again. Let me see. Invite guest. Copy. Paste. Starting to rain here. It's been yucky all day. Oh, Maximilian, go take a walk. Delete. Okay. All right. Wait. Oh, Jane is back Monday. All right, who's going to come out and keep me company? Because I'm running out of things to talk about. I'm boring. Unless I want to go at people. Okay. All right, gotcha. Let's see. Oh, I watched 27 minutes of a live from the other night, and I just don't understand. You know what I don't understand? This is what I don't understand about YouTube. People do not like, oh shit. People do not like liars. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. I was just jumping onto that one topic that I was discussing with you last night that pissed me off. Um, the 20 well the 27 minutes of the live that I seen from last night about how, people can come on and say anything that they want, and people were believing all this shit. And like the slander and the defamation, and you call it theater, I just call it slander and defamation. I mean, if that's the only thing they have, have a show about, you know what I mean? You know where I'm going?
Oh, you mean Heckle and Jekyll show last night dedicated to me and Mark?
Yes. Yes. Wait a minute. Hold on one second. Angela just put, okay, I have a secret. LOL, LOL. I watch baddies. Wait a minute. I watched one episode of that because my daughter is hooked to it. I don't know how you watch that shit. They are, I don't even, it's the wrong thing to say, but they are ghetto as hell. Have you ever watched baddies, Carlos?
No, what is that?
It's a bunch of women, and all they do is fist fight for an hour.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's like YouTube on steroids, and
Mhm.
and it's all they do is fist fight. They go back and forth. You did this, you did that, and they just all went out fist fight. It's ridiculous.
Verbal fist fight, you mean, not like literally with the hands?
Oh no, they knock bitches' teeth out and shit.
Oh shit! Oh,
Yeah,
that's. I'm gonna have to watch that. That's it's a lot more action that you get over here in the fucking mob genre.
yeah. Well, do you read? Yeah, like Mojo just said. She said, "Isn't it like Bad Girls Club?" Do you remember Bad Girls Club?
Oh yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I used to watch the kids'
Okay.
moms had me watching the Bad Girls Club.
Well, this is Bad Girls Club on steroids times 10.
Oh shit! I'm gonna have to fucking check that shit out. It should be interesting. I like to see women getting down.
Yeah, there's a girl from Philly on it. I think she was on there. I forget her name. Damn, I would have to ask my daughter. But she's nuts. She just goes through everybody. I can't remember her damn name. But yeah, they're crazy. They are nuts. And Angela just said that she watches them. She's addicted to it. You people are crazy. I cannot watch it. It's insane. It's like 17 Dritas on steroids.
Oh shit, Drita. I used to love Drita. She was my favorite.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. She's nuts. But all right, so getting back to what I was starting. Yeah, that stream was kind of brutal on you, but it was all lies. Like, how do they get away with it? I know the show's gone. I went back to see if I could finish watching it, and it's gone.
Yeah,
So,
I heard that. But like I said, I turned it on real quick because Mark was also live, so I was over there. And you know me, I like to fuck with them because they got their little simps that'll go to another chat, watch everything, and then run back and tell them what's going on. I
right.
was laughing at it when you two clowns, because that's what they are. They're the two biggest bozos. I call them Heckle and Jekyll.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you got to sit up there and you're slandering me with false shit. I don't see my kid. I don't do this. You know me better than most. You know that all that is bullshit.
Right.
But you having a conversation with a replica in the chat, and the special people that are in this chat, the 20 special people, they're over there asking questions and everything. It's like the stupidity level with these people. And I call it theater because that's basically what it is. Now, granted, they're slandering me, but you guys are lying. You're lying to the imbeciles in your chat, and the majority of them believe the bullshit y'all say, that you're actually having a conversation with my baby moms in the chat. Like, you
Right.
can't make this shit up. The intelligence levels is next. But
Mm-hmm.
when you look at them in totality, this is why I laugh at them. They're the biggest clowns in the world. They went at each other harder than anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Harry is scared of SoFlo. It's Stevie Wonder could see that. That's why he runs back to his daddy like a little lost boy all the time. And you're sitting up there talking about my teeth again. This is all they have, my teeth. Harry, turn your camera on. I said this to a troll yesterday, and the troll disappeared. It doesn't bode well when you want to sit up there and you talk about somebody's looks and you're avatar. Shut the fuck up. Like, stop. Harry been here, what, going on close to fucking 4 years, and you haven't turned your camera on one time, and we know why. We know why. Because
Mhm.
he looked like he got a Dalmatian living in his mouth. He wants to talk about my grill, but he won't turn his camera on. So I look at that shit and I laugh. They're pathetic. My question is, which one of you want to go down on me the most? Because that's what that's about. It's time the fairies come out the closet. And you fly, fairies fly. Just come out the closet already.
Right. Well, I think my personal opinion, I think when it comes to you, I think they're jealous. I mean, yes, you've had your ups and downs with content creators, but you're more you're like welcomed kind of almost everywhere still. You know what I mean? You can go anywhere you want. They can't.
Yeah, they're not liked, and it's like I tell people, there are gonna be some that like me, and
Mhm.
there's some that don't, but you could call me and say everything you want. What you can't do is call me a goddamn liar.
Right.
One thing I'm not. I am not a fucking liar. I am not a coward. I don't run. I don't bend. Like what it is, what got them to that point where they're insane is that their bullying tactics have worked on everybody until they bump into you, until they bump into me and the elite few who they have no effect on. There's nothing they do that we will allow them to get to us. And I told him constantly, I'm too strong for you. You're an emotional fucking cripple. YouTube is your fucking life. I was
Mhm.
like, you can't affect me. I am too strong. I've done too much, been through too much in my life. You have no concept of what I am.
Right.
So I laugh at them. They're part of my fan base. I got a fucking big fan base. I got a fucking fan base called the Backdoor Boys. They're all part of it.
Back. Oh, Jesus. Oh
But
God, the backdoor
we,
boy.
we had entertainment today. Did you see pizza?
No, you know what? I went to another show and I was listening to these four guys talk about it. Did he actually meet up with somebody and the dog was trying to get out of the car?
What happened was he was in Manhattan, and I guess somebody that's been on a couple of channels, he decided to pull up on pizza.
Mhm.
So Pizza told him, "Hold on, give me a minute. Let me put my dog away." So Pizza drove away real quick, locked all the doors, he closed the windows. But we know why. He could have left the windows a crack open. He didn't want people with the phone running inside to hear him because we
Right.
know Pizza. So it didn't go anywhere. Next thing you know, it's all kumbaya. They were all fucking. That's another thing. It's so boring already. This internet gang banging with all these tough guys, and what are you gonna do? Fight in Manhattan?
Right.
That's what y'all gonna do? Fucking one of the most fucking cameras every fucking inch of the fucking place. Y'all gonna fight in Manhattan? Like it's all fucking comical already with this bullshit. Fucking tough. Tough guy routine is fucking played out.
Oh yeah, definitely. That, especially with that whole scenario. Yeah, I just can't believe he actually went to New York. That he's actually there.
But you know why?
No, I don't know why.
I know.
I haven't been on much. So,
No, it's Pizza sticks to the thing. His whole thing is donations been dried up. So
right.
he figured I'll spark a conversation by saying I'm going dark again, the usual. I'm gonna go beat up FPS, beat up Gunsmoke, beat up the whole world, which he's been beating up for like what fucking 4 years already. He figured by going to New York, he'd get fucking his donations up. Everybody be like, "Oh shit, look at Pizza. He went dark again." That's not the case, man. It's dried out. Pizza done used all the last of his juice. He done shit it on his bank and his good supporters so much as to that point.
Right.
So that's why he did it. And plus, let's be honest, he's safe in New York. Nobody's doing nothing. All this fucking tough guy shit is fucking all played out. All these dudes is they internet fucking gangbangers. And as soon as I tell people, there's YouTube energy and there's in your face energy. There's a
Mhm.
big fucking difference. Big fucking difference.
Well, yeah, that's definitely true. There's the YouTube energy and in your face energy.
Yeah. It's comical, man. Everybody, I was making a joke about that shit today. I was like, if I leave YouTube and come back, I'm gonna come back out with a different account,
Right.
not gonna show my face, and I'm gonna be a millionaire ninja. Because on YouTube, you can be anything you want to be as long as you create it the right way.
Yeah, and you don't get caught. You don't get doxxed.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Almost everybody gets fucking doxxed, you
Yeah.
know. But it's gotten to the point where this community's come so fucking far compared to how it once started. You weren't around back then. It was nothing like it is now. Now it's just lies, slander, woeful ignorance. It's like a cult mentality. You
Mm-hmm.
know, it's pathetic. I actually watch it for like one of those reality shows that's a train wreck. That's why I watch it. I watch it more to fucking laugh. And I'm a big I told you so person. I like to watch it because I'll predict. You know, we talk. I'll predict
Yeah.
certain things, and they happen just the way. Because once you know who these people are and you know how they battle and how they think, it's not hard to manipulate they stupid asses. They're not the fucking brightest bulbs in the bunch.
No, they're not. And you're pretty good at calling them out and what their next moves are going to be. You've been out of 10 of a 10, you've been in like a good 8, 8.5, 9.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know how they think. I know how they battle. They usually stick to the game plan, same fucking topic, same fucking excuses. Look at the two bozos from last night. Always the same fucking routine, the same shit. They go sexual, they
Oh
go with
yeah.
the lies, and it's like, come on, man. Like, you know,
They're actually getting boring.
I can't even watch them anymore. That's why I was laughing. I had, since the other phone broke, I stopped even sending this fucking bozo any fucking messages. I got bored with it because
Right.
I like a good battle. I like a good battle. But now when you need to go to the point where you battling with slander and flat out lies, I don't
You lost.
respect that shit. I don't
You
respect it.
automatically lost. Yeah.
So, but I heard that video got pulled down.
Yeah, I got pulled down. I went to watch. It was gone. I was like, all right, well, at least, good. Because, I mean, for the couple of minutes that I watched it, it like kind of pissed me off because I was like, you do pay child support. You pay I mean, you go above and beyond. You know what I mean? You go to work every day and you work for your kids. And for them just to say that bullshit, it was like, really? The other one was in prison for how many years? He didn't fucking pay child support.
That's why I look at it and I laugh. You got to look at Harry. Harry shoots blanks. Harry can't even make kids and he's talking.
Right.
Harry's in the court system now, putting his mom has a lawsuit going on over property. You know, you're the biggest clown. Your life is so pathetic that you had to come on YouTube calling yourself a Hell's Angel and a fucking Marine with a Purple Heart. Then you ran away like a fucking coward, and now you came back and you want to talk all this tough shit. Self-Flow, how many people how many content creators know that I've been on a live with them and my son calls or my daughter calls and I jump off that live?
Yeah. You're like, oh, the boy's calling. I got to go.
I gotta go.
Yep.
That's their priority. This
Yep.
clown ain't had nothing to do with his son's life. His son turned out to be just like fucking him.
Mm-hmm.
And his son calls him and he tells him, I'll call you later. Like, really?
Yeah, I'm live. I'm live. I'll talk to you later. Yeah.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, he has no effect on me. They could do shows about me all day, put replicas, 100 replicas in the chat and everything. What he fails to realize is that I am too strong. He don't get it. You can't go at me. I'm not thin-skinned. I'm secure in my own skin. So I laugh at them because it's to that point where you live in their head, I live in their head. When I live inside your head, I already won the game.
Oh yeah. Rent free also. It's like all you got to do, like with the maggot thing. Like he threw himself under the bus. I thought he owned those acres of land. You know what I mean? That was all his property. He threw himself under the bus with the lawsuit. You don't own dick.
Mama owns it.
You're
And
suing your mother for it. Like how low is that you're suing your mother for land that's not even yours?
Exactly. And then he wants to talk about everybody. And Harry, I know you're gonna be watching this. Get off the tough guy shit already. You don't even have the testicular fortitude to turn your camera on one time, but you did when you had to go fucking appear on the court cam for El Rapo. That's the only time you cammed up Harry, bro. You're a clown. And I seen the full picture where you try to do the selfie. I seen your legs. You bad as hell, bro. You got no legs to stand up talking about anybody else. That's sick.
Legs.
Oh, forget about it. Mm-hmm. That 6'8", 300-pound shit. Those days are long gone. You
Mm-hmm.
probably barely weigh 150 pounds, looking like a chicken with a beard. But you gotta laugh at them. The fact that you're inside their head, I'm inside their head, and they'll be doing fucking videos more this week. What? Tomorrow's Moody Monday. Don't be surprised
Right.
if we go. Knock yourselves out. Knock
Yeah, have
yourselves
fun.
out.
Have fun because, like we've discussed it. If my docs comes out, it comes out. I'm prepared. So I was at a family gathering, and I was telling about this YouTube shit. And after they were done looking at me like I had three heads, we were all conspiring, like, oh, okay, well, if we get a phone call, this is what we're going to say. This is what we're going to say. Carlos, I almost pissed my pants at half of the shit that they're going to fucking say to this guy if he calls. I was like, you guys cannot be this brutal. I'm like, remember, I'm still here. Don't be this brutal. Like, all this shit's going to go viral. They're like, good, because we'll make them look like jerk offs with everything that we're going to fucking say. I was like, all right, have fun with it. Have a ball. Have a ball.
That's the funny thing. I heard them was about a week ago, or even a couple of weeks ago when he was mentioning the middle name or whatever.
Right.
They swear that like when your docs comes out that you're gonna just totally disappear and I'm like, man, the majority of people on YouTube who have been doxxed, they're still fucking here. And I know one thing, she's not them. There's nothing fake about who she is. She's a fucking true warrior. Maureen is a true warrior. Maureen ain't running nowhere. You clowns, they think too highly of themselves. They preach this big bad shit to the 20 people and they chat. Because let's be honest, the other 100 are bots. We seen that shit firsthand when that channel got started. He barely had fucking 38 in there. Right. So it's like, come on. Maureen ain't going anywhere. And y'all know this. And the reason that you affect them that way is because everybody conformed to them. You haven't. I haven't. Mm-mm. And that's what drives them insane. Because they say to themselves, how come everybody else bend the knee and they won't? Because we're different.
Right.
Your bullying tactics ain't going to work over here. She's securing her skin and I'm securing my skin. That's the difference between us and you two. Y'all the two biggest thin skin sensitive motherfuckers around. Heckle and Jekyll, super fucking sensitive. That's because they're hiding a great secret. And we already know what the secret is. You guys like the brown eye being entered. Just come out the closet already. Just because you married a fucking woman don't mean that you're not what you are. We know this. Rock Hudson did it. There are a lot of fucking men that swung the other way that married women to throw people off.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
just with the other one, that's all he talks about is, same sex. And I'm like, Jesus. Like, yeah, he's definitely in the closet. He's got empty tuna cans all over that fucking land, all over his mother's land.
Yeah, absolutely. You got tuna can Harry, and then you got El Rape over there with the fascination of BBC.
Mm-hmm.
Why is everything is BBC? It's because you guys are fucking fighting the inner you. Just come out the closet. There's a new millennium. There's a new time.
Yeah.
Just fucking just admit it. We got sugar in the tank. We like both sides of the pizza. Come on, man. Fuck.
Yeah, they're nuts. I think the one thing that truly pissed them off about me is I found things about both of them that neither one of them found on each other.
Oh yeah. But and here's the thing with those two. I love the fact that they want to take credit for everything that other people, all the work that everybody else put in. Mm-hmm. Like he portrays himself to be this great information getter when most of the stuff that was handed off to you, you guys the worst. Look at you. El Rapo, you went at fucking the Mompass family for 6 months when everybody told you that it wasn't your buddy over there, Harry.
Yeah.
And now you're back together. One big happy family. But Harry's a stupid one. He doesn't realize Soflo is using him as a tool. Soflo don't give two fucks about nobody but himself. All this I love you, brother this and brother that, it's all a crock of shit. Right. He don't care about nobody. He just likes to use proxies and tools. And he got a few of them. Mm-hmm. You got Stella over there, Lieutenant Dan. You know, you got all these fucking simps over here who participated in every fuckery that went on behind the scenes, especially Sailor. He was down with all the calling of the mom pass family and all that shit, reaching out and everything. And now they're all one big happy family. I don't respect that shit. That's some weak ass shit. Stand alone. Wait a minute. Let me rephrase that. Sit alone, Sailor, because you can't even barely fucking stand.
Well, you know
Well,
what gets me about him? Excuse me. Is it came out months ago. That maggot sailor and the guy who's no longer around anymore. So I'm not even going to say his name. Called SoFlo boo-hooing that I looked into their service record. That never happened. And I was told that by somebody in the inner circle. And I said, that never happened. He goes, well, that's just what they told SoFlo. Da, 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 da. I said, well, they're both lying. So when I called Sailor on it, he apologized. He goes, well, that's just what I heard. If I'm wrong, I apologize. Now, he's apologized 3 times. You know how I feel about apologies. You can stick them up your ass.
yep.
But every time it's mentioned, if he's still on panel, he doesn't correct them. He lets them keep going with that narrative. I never attacked his service. I never even looked into his record. What I did tell him, I said, thanks for serving our country, but you are a fucking scumbag.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, because he does not miss the opportunity to attack a woman. He never misses an opportunity to attack a woman.
Look, he's part of the woman haters club. But
Yes.
here's the problem with Sailor, and I'll say this, and this has to do, and I'm not singling anybody else out. I have the greatest respect for our military,
Correct.
but I don't get these veterans that sit over there. And like Sailor, he was the first one. He started trying to redefine what stolen valor is, just to go with the narrative with Harry. Oh, he can't call him stolen valor because he's not profiting from it. Shut the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
Here's real simple. Many of us still remember all Harry's bullshit. Harry loves to fucking cry victim about his dad, the situation with you. That's why I gave him the name Cheddar Bob Jr. At the end of the day, you were wrong about your dad. You actually evidently didn't know your dad too much because you got a lot of things wrong, especially fucking dates. But yeah, your dad shot himself. That's the reality. That's why I call you Cheddar Bob Jr. You know,
Mm-hmm.
but all these veterans that sit in the chat and fucking salute Harry and say all this stuff, you guys are fucking pathetic. You guys are really, really fucking pathetic. You have to respect for the military, but yet you're fucking talking to a guy who fucking just is the worst when it comes to that shit. That stolen valor shouldn't be forgotten. And I remember when Harry fucking disappeared and I was going at him, and there was a whole bunch of veterans outraged. Stolen valor won't be forgotten. Stolen valor this, stolen valor that. That
Right.
shit lasted about 6 months. They all was in fucking Harry's chat, smiling, laughing, king. And I remember who they are. That's why I cut off a lot of people. I don't have no respect. There's some veterans you should be ashamed of yourself. And I know who some of y'all are, and I know I'm talking about you. Just keep it that way. Just don't respond, because once you respond, I'm gonna rip you a new one and
Right.
call you out for being a fucking joke. And this whole shit with you went at my dad. Listen, nobody disrespected Harry's father worse than Harry. No one.
Yeah. Yep. And then I totally 100% agree with you on the stolen valor. I don't understand how these military vets back him up, and because now it's like, oh, it was just a, what's he say it was?
To protect his family.
Yeah, okay, whatever. It's bullshit. And then to go on and then tell people you did how much time when you didn't do that much time, you only did months, and then say that you were in Joliet prison when you didn't even step foot in the prison. You were in the receiving center, which was across the street from the prison. And then to say that you watched John Wayne Gacy be marched to his death. You didn't arrive there until 3 days later. And then you lie about it and say, oh, well, the paperwork was wrong. Something was going on in the prison and they filled out the paperwork days later. No, that is not what happened. You just weren't there when you said you were. No prison is going to fuck up paperwork on when you got there.
No.
No.
Just
And I even called them. That remember when I called the prison?
he can't help but lie. It's for instance, in all his paperwork, what do they list his height as?
If I don't have it in front of me, 6'4".
6'4".
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me all these state prisons, their measurements are off? There's like three different papers stating that you're 6'4", but yet you still want to come out here and tell people you're 6'7", 6'8".
Right.
That he fights for the goddamn 4 inches. And we got a history of all your fucking lies. I was just telling somebody last night. I still remember the day he was telling Kane Shades that how Larry Hoover was going to give him his own chapter of the White Disciple.
Yeah, that'll never happen.
It doesn't exist. But it
Mm-mm.
goes to show you the fucking lies, the slander, and everything that goes on. And even now, he can't help but be a fucking compulsive fucking liar. It's pathetic.
That's the truth. It really. I think what really got him was when I got the what's a face, the statement that didn't exist. That's what
Oh
threw me.
yeah, there's
That's what,
nothing signed. Nothing signed. Yeah, right.
right. Yeah.
Look, what you've done. Look at El Rapo. He still can't get over this cosmetology shit.
Well, wait. That's the best part. I even called the Department of Corrections and asked them. I posted the email, and she said no. She said there was no cosmology courses offered at the prison, and if there was, she would have to go through her records because of the vendors. So then I got a backup. She sent me another email. She said I had time today. She goes, I went through everything. There was no cosmology courses offered in that prison. She goes, the cosmetology classes, yes. Well, you guys seen it because I posted the emails.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I posted the page that he fucking signed that said cosmetology.
Oh.
So I mean, you can wrap it up, flip it any way you want. You were in a cosmetology class. You signed the paper. I emailed the BOP. I talked to the woman on the phone and she sent me the email with everything. So yeah, you were in a cosmetology class. You can't get out of it, dude. You can't. Not gonna happen.
Oh my God! The way they become mental gymnasts, to try to, and they look elaborate excuses, and you can't run from what it is. It's like
Mhm.
Harry, all this tough shit. Harry, you still, you think people forgot? You a rat. You a
Yeah,
rat.
yeah.
You told on James Hicks as soon as you got to the goddamn precinct. And remember the witness said, "We've never seen a fat guy run so fast." Run, Harry, run. See, Harry, here's the difference. We're talking actual facts
Yeah.
while we're making fun of you and making light of you.
Mhm.
Both of you clowns. But you guys got to go over there and create fucking bullshit.
Mhm.
Create bullshit to go at. That shit is weak. You already lost. I wouldn't care if you do fucking shows for the next week. You have no effect. There's nothing you can do. They've got dug into their fucking playbook and try to use everything.
Mhm.
No, it's not gonna work. You're wasting your fucking time. Same thing like them going at everybody. What did they do? They went at the last fucking week. They went at fucking Casper Rosa. They went at fucking Joey Molino. They went at fucking Dominic Craig. They went at MRE. They went at all these people. Your message is not gonna get put out other than the 20 cents in your chat. Because you motherfuckers are more disliked than the same people you're talking about. I mean, there's no self-awareness at all with them two.
Right. No, there's not. There really isn't. None at all. They really. I mean, no. I don't think they care. They just don't care. They just, they want to put on a show, and they want to try to insult people as much as they can. They don't give a shit. They're
Yeah.
just gonna lie, 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 and lie.
The show is for their ego. Because they
Mm-hmm.
got 20 fucking special people in the chat agreeing with everything that they say. So this is why they do this whole fucking show. My favorite out of all of that shit is when douchebag tells somebody in the chat, "Go get this person. Go,
Right.
go, 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 go get this person." Like, shut the fuck up. You got 20 in your chat. They're fucking all trolls. You know, all day, all you do is talk about faceless, cowardly trolls. That's fucking 98% of your fucking chat. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Jesus, look at agnostic. He's like, let's see if I have this straight. So slow. The sex offender was putting makeup on his boyfriends in prison.
He brought those habits to the street. You know, that's another thing. I'm laughing at him. He's over there going at this Damien Argenti because of that one picture where he got makeup on and all that stuff. Yeah, the only difference between that is that he put actual makeup on. But how many pictures of you running around dancing down the street with a goddamn wig? You know, listen, it's real simple, and I always say this. You know, unless it's fucking Halloween or a fucking costume party, if
Right.
you're fucking putting on wigs, excuse my language, but you'll take a dick in your ass. I'm sorry. I'm not unless you're making a movie or video is a particular scene. If you're comfortable putting on a wig and dancing and acting fruity, that's not acting. It's
Right.
just it's in you. You know, they ain't got no pictures of me with no goddamn fucking wearing no wig on. Get the fuck out of here.
Or makeup.
Or makeup.
Yep.
Hey, get the fuck out of here. Right? Quit projecting this tough shit. It's
Mm-hmm.
played out already. You
Look,
know.
Templar's in the chat, and they think he's my husband, so I'm going to give him a wrench.
Hey, give him a wrench. Shout
Yep.
out to my man Templar.
Yep. Give him a wrench. Give him something to talk about. Look, see, I told you it's her husband. She gave him a wrench.
I know, right? Templar's your husband, and me and Francisco are your side pieces.
Oh, geez. Oh, please don't even bring him up. Every time we were in Gunsmoke. Well, I was in Gunsmokes the other night. I was in the bushes actually, and I was just listening. Frank was on one, and he's playing like all this throwback music, and he's like, "Yeah, this was the song. This was me and Mo's song." Then the next
Oh
song,
my god,
then the
he's
next,
a
the next song coming on, he's like, "I dedicate this one to Mo." I'm like, "I'm gonna fucking kill him." I sent Gunsmoke a message. I said, but if I ever meet him in person, I'm stabbing him. Yep.
Oh yeah, that's next. That's next Mojo. That's his new kick, the AI shit. Like, you know, I know he's watching, and it'll get back to him. Nobody gives a damn about your AI. That shit is pathetic. And number two, and this is especially true. Not one person gives a goddamn rat's ass about your fucking websites.
No, they don't. They really don't. They really don't say his name or he'll show up.
Wait till I create that website. Everybody's gonna know. No, only people that are gonna know the same fucking 20 imbeciles in your chat.
But did you notice though? It's everything that he does to people. If you do to him, he'll do a 6-hour show on you.
Yeah, he's super sensitive.
Yeah, like so he's posting these people's families members up. Oh, who's this? And oh, that's a nice house. Oh, my friend wants to go. My friend wants to go buy property. So let's go do a Google thing and da 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 da. He shows the house. Da 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 da. All I did was say he had a daughter. I didn't give up her name. I didn't do nothing. He went freaking ballistic. He was crying the other day. He was saying, that all those prison papers, that has a lot of my personal information in it. Well, damn, if that was my prison record and you had it, you would post everything. I haven't even posted everything yet.
He's super thin skinned. They both are. There are a lot of people that are super thin skinned. It's called false bravado. They sit up on the thing. They act like they're the greatest thing since sliced bread. They're this and they're that. But yet they're in fucking chats, watching shows going on, getting updates. And as soon as they say one negative thing, they lose their fucking mind. That's
Right.
You're sensitive. That's that female gene inside you showing its head.
Yeah, he's very
Oh
sweet.
shit.
Do as I say, not as I do. And then I was listening to Grumpy today, and I have to correct Josie on one thing. She keeps saying 30 years, 30 years. It wasn't 30 years, Josie. It was made 10, 11, 12. I think the furthest I'll go is 12 years that two people had a friendship. It wasn't 30. I'll go as high as 12. But he played a clip of him today saying he controls who can and who cannot go into a specific chat.
Oh yeah. This is. I watched them lay the groundwork for this shit. Harry used to do it on his channel. Harry he rents people that come in the chat leaving comments. So then later on he can go back and see them popping up in somebody's chat that he don't like to say no,
Right.
you can't be in, have a wrench here. Stuff is the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're targeting people by guilty by association and all that. Or it's all bullying tactics to try to, it's like little kids trying to get their way. That's exactly what I label it. You know.
Right. Well, I was just laughing. I was like, try it out with my shit. That ain't gonna fucking work. I ain't throwing anybody out. I ain't doing nothing. You don't like who's in my chat? That's on you. Stay the fuck away from it. You know?
You know what it is that it's worked. He did it. He did it. He did it a year and a half ago, maybe even 2 years. And we
Right.
know who he did it to.
Right.
He got that person to drop Harry's wrench. That's all it took. And as I told people this for the longest, once these clowns see a chink in the armor, it's a wrap.
Mm-hmm.
Once you give in once, they'll never forget it. And they'll come at you again and again and again to try to get their way. You
Right.
know, and that's, so, but look
Yeah.
at me with the wrenches. I'm down to goddamn maybe what, four fucking wrenches, five wrenches, because a couple of channels I hardly ever comment. But they
Right.
make a big thing about the fucking wrench. You think I give a fuck about a wrench? I
No.
know enough about this community that I don't need a fucking wrench. If I was all about wrenches, every goddamn channel that I once had a wrench in that I don't go anymore, I'd be going back over there. And I love that they use that bullshit, that excuse. Oh, he's just trying to get a wrench. You know how many content creators I actually told, do not give me a wrench? I don't
Mm-hmm.
want one. Like, come on, man. That shit doesn't define me. I'm me, whether I got a wrench or not. That's the difference, you know? The Google Map gangster. And that's what's funny too. They get upset when you don't help them with your docs. I'm listening to them complain about all the people that reached out to Google to block their homes. So now the Google Map gangster can't be doing that. Like they want
I did
they
it.
want people to they want people to help with their own docs. Like you can't make this shit up.
I did it. I reached out to Google. They blurred my house.
I didn't even know you could do that, but I guess a couple of people have done it. And I guess if they, it never affected me. I never even blocked the douchebag. I don't, do that shit. I don't, I like my shack and my 10 feet of grass that I got all around my property.
Right.
So you got to
Well,
be better.
what they don't understand is either is you choose to live there. And I'm going to say something and you ain't get mad at me. You choose to live there. I don't see anything wrong with where you're living, but for the amount you pay in child support, I can see why you live there.
Oh yeah, but it's also the fact that even with my grass and I'm hardly. You see me. I work all fucking day. If not, I'm in my
Yeah.
shorty's house.
Yeah.
So I'm usually rarely here. I'll stay the weekends if the boy comes over and stuff, but I'm usually out. I'm usually fucking most of the day I'm not here. So you think I worry about the goddamn grass and all that? I don't have no fucking neighbor association.
Right.
And what's funny is that my neighbor got a lawnmower. And he tells me all the time, you want me to cut it? I'm like, man, I don't give two shits. If you says leave it, that shit doesn't bother me, Actually, I might have to have it cut this week because all this rain got that shit high as hell. You can't even see my shack.
Can't even see your shack.
What's funny, though? We know each other enough to know that what they don't tend to realize, and I had to tell the troll this yesterday. You got to come at me. One, you're not going to affect me, but you got to come at me with something different. Have you not learned your lesson already? There's about 30 pictures of me smiling, showing you all my top row of gums.
Yeah, it doesn't bother you.
Yeah, my teeth have no effect on me. It does not affect my mental at all. So when you guys come at me with the teeth and the memes, that shit does have no effect on me. You're wasting your time. It just,
Mhm.
if your whole goal is to try to get me to get a rise out of me, that shit ain't gonna work. That's
Right.
the one that won't work.
Nope. Nothing's gonna work. Let them keep trying. Hold on 1 second, Carlos. Hold on.
I got you. I got you.
Somebody's got a malfunction.
What's up, chat? Shout out to everybody in the chat. There's far too many people to name, but everybody in the chat, don't forget to hit that like button. But yeah, Bizarre World is crazy. I stay because I find all this shit entertaining, and I'm a big I told you so. So I like to figure out what's going to be their next move, and when it happens, I love to laugh at it. I love to be right. A lot
I'm
of
back.
times I'm wrong. A lot of times I'm wrong, but I'm in the good high 80s with how I call shit.
Yeah, you're good. Your percentage rate is very, very good. But so I got to tell you, the idiots. He keeps saying Elizabeth. You know where he got that from? My old Twitter page that they found 8 months ago.
Hey, I just gotta tell him one thing. Go get that investigator from South Florida and make him give you back whatever you paid him because he's no good at it.
No, he's not. He's really not. Definitely, definitely not. Casperosa says, "How do you become partners with someone who gave your wife diarrhea?"
Oh my god! But see, that's the thing too. That's why I tell people. You even somebody they have to have a moral compass. He has no moral compass at all. He
Right.
doesn't stand for anything. You've made friends with the people who went at your partner the worst, the
Mhm.
absolute worst, and
Yeah.
you try to tell everybody, oh, I know what I'm doing. This some Sun Tzu shit. No, it ain't no Sun Tzu shit. That's your shit, your bullshit. You don't stand for anything. Look at pizza. Pizza's a prime example. Pizza called his partner's job for a week straight,
Right.
multiple time on lives. And what did he do? He made friends with pizza. Somebody,
Mm-hmm.
there's a method to my madness. No, there ain't no goddamn method to your madness. You don't stand for shit. All this is fucking theater to you. You have no moral compass. You have nothing you stand on. Your word is trash. Your word, and so is Harry's.
Harry's word hasn't meant shit for how long?
It's forever. Both of them.
Yeah. Well,
Both of them.
fucking.
But it's funny to watch them sit up there like they're the biggest, baddest motherfuckers in the whole community.
Yeah. Well, they're not. They're
and, talk,
definitely not.
and talking to the third person. Like, Harry, you don't want to get the wrath of Chicago muscle. Shut the fuck up. You're a fucking clown. It's like I was telling him, you talk all of this stuff. Let's jump on a live, me and you, and let's count each other's teeth.
Mhm. He'll never do that. He just
No,
lets go on panel and talk shit about you, but when you're around, he won't jump up on panel.
no, he'll never, and he has yet to turn his camera on. It's a real simple button. Turn your camera on, but he won't. He'll never do it. But yet he wants to talk about everybody's looks and this and that. Man, stop. You have until you turn your camera on. Don't even talk. Don't
Right.
even talk. You know.
Hmm. No, yeah.
And you know what's funny is what was it about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago when Daddy was going at him. His daddy was even telling him, "Why you don't cam up? Let us see your teeth." Laughing at him because he knows how he looks. He know he got a Dalmatian living in his mouth.
He wasn't saying a word. Like he wasn't even going back at him. I'm like, what a wuss. What
Oh
a
yeah,
wuss.
because he's scared of him. He's literally fucking scared, and that's why I say he's his fucking daddy. He was getting attacked for a month straight, and he's still putting up community posts when he had the channel with Slick
Yeah.
talking about everybody else. Nothing about nothing about his daddy. Because he's scared to death of his goddamn daddy. He won't
Mm-hmm.
admit it. Oh, it's my brother, kind of like we build up a relationship. Man, shut up. You're a fucking bitch. That's what it is. You ran right back to your goddamn daddy. We
Yep.
know this.
And he kick Slick to the curb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have no loyalty to nobody. You know why? Because he don't respect Slick. Same way he didn't respect Deadly. He don't respect those who conform to him. You know? But he's scared to death. And he ain't the only one that's scared of fucking El Rapo. There's a whole bunch of these motherfuckers scared of fucking El Rapo. You're not. I'm not.
I'm not. Nope. I am definitely not. And when he said, well, it's funny, getting back to the Templar thing, because he was like, oh, Templar, I want to talk to your wife. He's not my husband, jerk offs. But he's like, I'm going to go. I'm going to go to. I'm going to go confront Temple. I might go to his neighborhood and confront him a couple blocks away. I was like, I'd like to see you come to Philadelphia. You went to New York, but I'd really like to see you come to Philadelphia. That would be hilarious.
You know what's funny about that? They talk all that shit, that Templars, your husband, everything.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know that I talk to your husband more than I talk to you.
Right?
Like,
Yep.
you assholes are wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Even her husband knows that Maureen is going to do what the fuck Maureen wants to do.
Oh yeah. Listen, I've said it from the get go. He will not get involved unless he feels as though he absolutely feels it's necessary to get involved. Otherwise, he calls this light work. He goes, "Go ahead, it's light work. Have fun. Do what you got to do."
And I laugh at the fact that they always say, what kind of man lets his woman come on this and that?
Yeah.
Like, what kind of man playing on YouTube puts his partner under the gun? You
Yeah.
fucking clowns.
What
You
kind of
fucking clowns.
what kind of man says to his then fiance, when she's saying, this is messing up my job, and he turns around and says, I don't care about your fucking job.
Exactly. Exactly. Nobody's impressed. Well, nobody's impressed. You went and got a insecure fucking woman who you fucking live off of. Nobody's fucking impressed with your bullshit. You're not a baller. Another thing I laugh at him. He sits over there with these goddamn boss t-shirts. Listen to me. It's not a boss suit. Nobody wears boss t-shirts anymore. I stopped wearing boss fucking t-shirts in 90 fucking 3. In 93. So, like, stop. And then he worries about everybody. I watch him fucking worry about fucking Eric Force's G-Shock watch. But I gotta hear another fucking comment about the goddamn G-Shock watch. Like, this is what they do. Like fucking women. Natural fucking haters. They watch everything somebody does. Look what he does. Everything is image. Where'd you go out to eat? You don't go here. You don't go there. Why do you assume that, jerk off? Not everybody puts their fucking business on YouTube like
Right.
you do, So it's like, come on, man. It's at that point, if it wasn't for the fucking 20 people that are the fucking complete and utter devoted fucking trolls, nobody listens to them. Nobody pays them no mind,
No, they really don't. They really don't. And when you have to come on here, what'd you get for Valentine's Day? What'd you get for Christmas? Where'd you go eat? What'd you get, this and that? Like, I'm not a materialistic person. But if I was and I posted my shit, he'd be in a fucking corner crying.
Oh, absolutely. He doesn't. See, that's the problem that drives them insane when they don't know something. For instance, like he'll sit there, everything is rehearsed. How many community posts where he was showing the food that he eats? It's always the same picture, the two hands holding together. It's all fucking theater. It's all for fucking show. What's that? To impress the fucking same fucking 20 people that already love you because they're not too fucking bright? Like, come on, man. It's fucking, you can't make it up. It's fucking pathetic,
Definitely, yeah. Definitely. But I don't know. We get them so triggered. I mean, not just we. When I say we, I don't mean just us. I mean, like other people. We get them so triggered that they don't know which way to turn. So it's, show after show after show. And I'm going to dox you, and $400 for your information, $500 for your information, $1,500 for your information. What was the highest? The highest was $4,000 for maggots information. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what's funny, and people don't realize it. In the very beginning, when he first started the bounties, he would have a stack of cash on the goddamn fucking desk. Majority of people don't know that was Amazon money.
Yeah, that money that they use in the movies and shit.
Yeah, that was fucking Amazon money. Like the only person that made a little coin with that bounty shit was MB, the Scatamala, when she gave up Slick's shit. You
Right.
know. But
Well,
other than that, nobody's fucking, you're not fucking information experts and all that other fucking bullshit. That's the shit they create in their head. They love to pump themselves up. Like, god damn it, your life's that bad where you need to make up all this fucking shit so you can feel good about yourself? That
right.
tells me everything I need to know about your inner self. You weak as fuck.
Oh, yeah, very weak. Very, very weak. I was just going to say something and I forgot what I was going to say. Shit.
Father Guido.
Father Guido, where have you been?
Yeah, I know, right? Father Guido was on some fucking sabbatical.
So I heard something, and I don't know how true it is, and you know how I am with the I heard shit. But I heard that Schumacher passed away. Does anybody know if it's true or not?
I heard that, and I'm thinking more of it. It's a good possibility because even when he would take his breaks, he would always come back and pop up. And even when he was taking his breaks, he was still listening to shows. So if he was let's say above ground, he would have definitely popped in somebody's chat and said, "No, I'm not dead." It sucks. And
Right.
if he did pass, may he rest in peace. Mark Schumacher wasn't a bad guy. His life wasn't what he wanted it to be, and he was attached to this goddamn community. He had his ups and downs.
Right. Well, like you said, if it's true, rest in peace. But I was just shocked. I was like, first Tavernese, now Schumacher, and I didn't get along with Schumacher, and it wasn't. It was self inflicted on his side because he bullshitted. But I'm not going to talk bad about if he's passed away. But I'm just saying we didn't get along. But still, rest in peace if it's true.
Yeah, we've lost a few. I remember so many. My brother Bofa. Rest in peace, Bofa. There was Lloyd Christmas, Pounding the Pink Veal. Who else? Fucking. Who was my man that used to smoke cigarettes with a goddamn oxygen tank? He was a big boy. Oh man, I forgot his name, but shout out to all that have passed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It sucks when you get to know people on here and they have a good personality.
Damn. So Nick's mom's passed. That's sad. Probably why he's not on YouTube. The loss of a mom. Forget about it. You only get one mom.
Who said that?
Somebody. Let me see.
Oh,
Shit.
Nick's mom. Oh, Ange said it. She
Oh,
said that.
that's Angela. She changed her name.
Yeah, she changed her name. Not sure also, but someone said Nick's mom passed. Oh boy.
Yeah, that's a hard one. And whenever the loss of a mom.
Yeah. Yeah. I hope not. Jeez.
It's a possibility because he like completely, jumped off of fucking YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing. We've had our issues with Nick,
Yeah.
and but I spoke to him, and what made me drop the whole thing and let bygones be bygones, and hopefully he get his life straight was the fact that he understood and he actually truly believed that he knew that I wasn't the one reaching out to his moms. You don't do that. I don't do that. Red don't do that. We don't get down with that bullshit. The same ones accusing us of fucking reaching out to his moms are the ones that actually do that, and they're projecting.
Mm-hmm.
So, because people were like, "Oh, you forgave Nick, you bent the knee." Man, shut the hell up. No, I didn't. I just understood that, let bygones be bygones. We squashed it. If it bothers you, then so fucking what? It bothers you. The dude's trying to get his life straight. I'm not gonna sit over there and fucking knock him.
Right. Yeah. No, I get. Well, he apologized to me, and I just said, hold on. Wait a minute.
Yeah, I know how you.
He apologized to me, and I was just like, after everything you did, fine, whatever, just keep it moving. Leave my name out of your fucking mouth.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
You can accept it. No, nobody say we're gonna be best friends. It's just you. I know that about you. I'm like that too. With sorry, especially when I know that the person saying sorry is disingenuous.
Right. Yeah.
But you know how it is in this community. Sorry is the universal kumbaya. Oh, they said sorry, so everything's forgiven. Half the people saying sorry don't really fucking mean it. They'll go back on that fucking thing and do the same shit not long after. So you gotta laugh at this fucking the way these people are. Like, goddamn, all of this shit because you want to be liked.
Yeah. And look at the people you want to be liked by. Like, are you kidding me? Like, majority of these people I wouldn't even hang out with in real life. Why would I want to hang out with them online? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I mean, growing up, we were always told, "Show me your friends, and I'll tell you what I think about you."
Absolutely.
They're scumbags. They're true degenerate fucking scumbags. I don't want anything to do with those type of people. And I was actually surprised because there's one person that when I first started coming around that I would talk to, and they had an issue, and you probably know who I'm talking about. And like we would speak and stuff, and I was like, just by you being sober, you're paying tribute to your mother who's no longer here. Like we would talk, and he just switched up real quick and went to the dark side. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, it's that romper room effect. Yeah. How many people we done seen in this community like get threatened by a content creator to expose them, expose somebody in their family, expose this, and they're over here saying, fuck that person, this and that. And then a little while later, they're right back in the goddamn chat. We're watching this shit play out all the time because they want to be liked. They love the fucking attention. I don't love the attention that goddamn fucking much, Right. I visit a select few, and I know that the few chats that I go to, they might not be all perfect and everything. They might not be everybody's taste, but they've been okay with me, and that's what I go by. I don't go by that whole fucking because I don't like this person, you can't like that person. Grow the fuck up. This ain't fucking third grade. Fuck out of here with that shit.
Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah. So I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Like, you stay over there. I want nothing to fucking do with you. You showed your true colors, Don't have no time for you.
No. So. And it's like you don't have to respond to everybody. It's like I'll go into certain chats and there'll be people in there that I don't like. Some I'll respond to, but majority of people I don't. I don't necessarily have to fucking like you. I could dislike you. I don't necessarily have to go at you. There's some that I'm never going to be okay with because as long as they got my name in their mouth, I'm always going to have a fucking issue and I'm going to respond. That's one thing,
Well, if it needs a response, I'll respond to it. But if it doesn't need a response, I'll just laugh at them and let them go on and on and on with their bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, but other than that, have fun. Do what you got to do because I'm just sitting here laughing at you.
Yes, Santini. They think it's a popularity contest. Everybody wants to be liked, to the point where they conform and they do certain things just to get the romper room effect. And I mean, I think honestly being liked is overrated. I like me. And I tell people this all the time. I like me. As long as I like me, that's all. I'm good. I could give two shits who likes me or who doesn't like me. I ain't losing no fucking sleep over that shit. Fuck out of here.
Well, it's the ones that are miserable that love the company, you know? They
Absolutely.
don't like themselves. They don't have a true identity. They don't like themselves.
No, and a lot of it is attention whores. You got fucking how many fucking like right now? Being a victim is the popular shit. It's the new thing. It's like clout chasing. Being a victim. Like get the
Mhm.
fuck out of here. You know, victim. That's the new cool. Being a victim. Like get the fuck out of here. Like
Yeah.
it's weak. It's weak.
It's
When you
very
have to, yeah. When you have to sit in a chat, knowing damn well, because listen, some of you are special, but not all of you are that fucking special to not know that you're being fucking bullshitted to with a straight face, and
mhm.
you're fucking allowing all that shit because it's entertaining. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, the, the ones that walk around with the victim target on themselves, I kind of feel bad for. It's like, grow a spine. Stand up for yourself. Why, like, why do you want to be a victim? Why? What it does nothing
Absolutely.
for you.
And you watch it. Like I watch people fucking let people abuse them on their own fucking show. Like
Hmm.
really? that's,
Right?
that's where it's at. Shout out to Mickey Griggs.
Hey, Mickey.
But you gotta laugh at it. That's how I was trying to explain to a couple of people. I was like, listen, I always say it. Me being staying around this community, popping my head up every now and then in chat and going on lives.
Right.
I'm a big middle finger to the people that don't like me, and I enjoy that shit. I actually do enjoy it.
Oh, see, I'm the kind of person, if you don't like me and we're in a public place, I will go out of my way to sit down next to you and smile.
Yeah. What's the best is when, like, I'll sit and I'll go to a chat and I'll give it a minute or two and see who's in the chat, and then you see a whole bunch of people that might have been talking about you in other chats and stuff like that. And me, I like to wait. When I see a few that I know for a fact don't like me, I'll
Right.
pop in and start saying hi to everybody. And it's like fucking, when
I do that.
some, oh yeah, some of us understand the terminology. The fucking you turn the lights on, fucking all the fucking roaches will scatter, and that's how it is.
Yep.
You pop in and you see them disappear. It's like yesterday. I had a troll going at me in Eric's chat about my teeth. And I told the troll real simple. I was like, "Listen," I said, "Here's my take on this. When you make fun of somebody's looks like my teeth, and you're a coward behind an avatar, it doesn't bode well. Boy, did that fucking account disappear quick fast.
Hmm.
Shut them down."
Yep. Fucking crazy. It's just fucking crazy. All this bullshit. Common was funny. Was it today? Mm-mm. No. I think it was yesterday's show because I listened to Mark's show from yesterday, but I listened to it today. I think Common said you should have to go through a series of tests to be allowed on MobTube or YouTube.
It's true,
It
but I
is
said
true.
also, yeah. I was telling somebody, I was like, "See, what this is it's like a mirror to how the world is and the people in it. You see just how special people are by going to different fucking chats, looking at the people, the response, the stuff they believe, the simping, and then you say, you know what? Yeah, there's a lot of special people out there, and I'm saying it now.
Yeah.
There's about 70%, and it's just my opinion. There's about 70% special people. The other
Hmm.
30% are, logical, rational thinking people. But the other 70, forget about it. They want to be like trolls, just weak individuals that, need that romper room effect.
Well, I know one weak individual that needs a romper room effect.
I think of a few like that
Well,
love the attention, like the being the victim. Like that shit is like growing up. It wasn't okay to be a victim. You had to
mm-mm.
go become the victimizer. You know,
Yeah.
you didn't just sit there and fucking be a victim. Now, oh, everybody wants to be a victim. Oh, woe is me. Look what this person said. Oh, look what this person said. And then you get the attention they want. Oh my God, I can't believe they said that. Oh, well, look what they're doing to you. Like, get the fuck out of here with that shit. Some fucking balls.
Mm-hmm. Hey, listen, when I came on here and I made the mistake of my first night on the very first live that I did was giving people too much information. Nobody warned me about that. And then, I told the story about my son. I think that was a weak moment when it was, they threw it at me and I jumped up on Sug's panel. And I wasn't crying because they made me cry. I was crying just because of just thinking about my son.
Just thinking about it.
Right. And they were like, oh, we made you cry and now you're walking around playing a victim. No, I didn't play the victim. You will never, ever in my lifetime see me play a victim for anything. And then I was asked, somebody said to me, well, I'll go live. Do you want to defend yourself? I said, yeah, sure. Fine. Whatever. I don't care. And all of a sudden it was, oh yeah, so you're running around playing the victim. No, I never played the victim. Get it right. That was a difficult subject for me to even speak on.
It was a loss of a child. And what kind of parent are you if the whole fact that you're even having this conversation about a lost child and you don't get choked up? But what I find funny about that is that the two that specialized in bringing that shit up,
right,
both on YouTube crying.
Yeah, afterwards about something totally different. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Harry was over there. You gotta give me a minute, guys. Then you got fucking El Rapo over there doing a whole fucking live for attention, talking about "Don't cry for me, Argentina." Shut the fuck up. Both of you bitches are on YouTube fucking crying. Don't act like y'all fucking forgot. I remember all of this shit. I'm like an elephant. I remember watching both of you motherfuckers cry. The fuck out of here with that bullshit.
Hey, listen. I mean, I'm not going to give you my age, but I'm old enough to know not to buy green bananas. But my father was shot and killed when I was 4 years old. I mean, and that was umpteen years ago. I can still get emotional over that. I was sitting at the Teresa Caputo show last night, and she's talking to these people about their loved ones that passed away. I looked like a freaking nitwit. I was tears were coming down my eyes because I felt these people's pain.
Yep.
So
absolutely.
I mean, when it comes to that, yes, I am an emotional person, but I have no problem with punching you in the fucking throat either.
Here's the thing. A lot of us have a gene inside us called empathy, which allows us to fucking feel a certain way. And then you have some that don't have that empathy gene. But most of their crying is done for theater. Like that whole "Don't Cry for Me, Argentina," that was theater like a motherfucker.
Right.
Harry, that was theater too. That was a simp move. To get fucking reaction, to get people to say, "Oh man, look how bad it is." They got them like, get the fuck out of here, man.
Right. Hey, Bella. Yeah, no, I totally get it. I totally agree. Yep. I don't do that fucking, victim, theater bullshit. It is what it is. And I also understand that I was told, and I have it in text, that I wasn't the first person to bring that out about the father shooting himself or the time as an MIA, or I mean a POW.
No, but you was just the most effective. That's been out for the fucking longest. Like once he got doxxed, they went in deep, and they're still doing it. Right. It's like, for instance, now you know how much shit we know about goddamn Harry's punk ass. Harry, you have no idea how much shit we know about your little bitch ass. So stop sitting over there all fucking comfortable. There's a whole bunch of fucking dirt, even down to video. Fuck nuts.
Yep.
But not everybody's about that dox and shit or putting your business out. And then in all reality, you're actually not even worth it. The only reason we're talking about your pussy ass now, you and your daddy, is because y'all did a whole goddamn show last night. How fucking pathetic is that?
Yeah. And what the hell? What's their deal with Chunky? He doesn't do anything that bothers anybody.
Guilty by association.
Yeah.
It's the bully. It's the bully shit. We watched it play out. Well,
Mm-hmm.
if I can't have an effect on you, I'm gonna have an effect on who supports you. We watch them do that shit all the fucking time, and the reason they upset at Chunky is because Chunky's fucking talented. And his we punch back versus we push back. I tell people that's like the Bible for this community, at least in my opinion. Anybody that's new to this community that missed a lot of stuff, you want a condensed version of all the craziness that's transpired in this community. Go watch Chunky Chunko's We Punch Back versus We Push Back video. And it's satire, with great editing, great comedy, but that's why they dislike him, because the kid is fucking talented, and that shit is classic. What's funny is that I watched from the first episode all the way when he was doing them live, and everybody liked them until they wound up being in there not shown in such a good light with it. Yeah, that's when everybody's feelings kicked in. Like, get the fuck out of here. It's fucking satire. Grow the fuck up, people.
Mm-hmm. Well, I was laughing because I said to Chunky, when is your video coming out? And he said, soon enough. I think it was a couple of lives ago. And excuse me. I know I'm going to be in it just because of the cease and desist, because he had something to say about it when I posted it.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I really don't care. The kid does good work. You know what I mean? Let him say what he's going to say. It's just a video. It doesn't describe me as like a whole person. It's something that I did that was necessary at the time. And a lot of people didn't understand it. And I believe they understand it now because of all the slander and defamation that has taken place. And I have to protect my brand off of here. Even though people don't know who I am on here, like my real, my last name, my address, and all that shit. All they have is Maureen Elizabeth. But, when I do get doxxed, I have to protect my brand.
It's true.
Yeah.
Fin Freak puts you're sugarcoating it. Sugarcoating what?
Sugarcoating.
Spit it out. Spit it out, Fin Freak.
Spit it out. Spit it out. Fin Freak, would you like me to drop the link?
Yeah, Fin Freak's an older gentleman. We've had our back and forths and everything.
Oh, okay. All right, what are we sugarcoating? And who's sugarcoating?
Yeah, that's what I said. Spit it out. Sugarcoating what? Chunky? Well, that's the topic we're having. If people have an issue with Chunky, then maybe the issue is with you. Chunky's a fucking good kid. He doesn't he's not down with all that fucking going at families and doing all that fuckery. He made fun of the community with facts.
Mm-hmm.
You go watch any of his fucking videos. He voiced his opinion, but he used a lot of stuff that has actually happened, factual. So that's why I tell people, you want to know what this community was like, look at it from all the stages,
And he's one of the ones to where, like, you can actually say that he's not, like, in it. He's an outsider and he just watches everything, for lack of a better phrase. Like, he's not in all the chats and he's not, you don't see him a lot everywhere. So he's outside and he's just watching and he's making these videos and they're good videos. Now, if he was in it, his videos probably wouldn't be as good as they are now, because he would be worried about people's feelings and he'd be like, oh, I can't do this or I can't do that. So you wouldn't be getting the full Chunky experience.
Fin Freak responded, sugarcoating this mob tube drama. I don't think any of us are sugarcoating anything as far as this shit. There's no sugarcoating, because there's no lying in her and there's no lying in me. Sugarcoating what? The mob drama. People got hurt. Who got hurt? FBS? We seen that. Who else got hurt? People's feelings got hurt all the time, every day. Mm-hmm. But has somebody wound up in a hospital? Has somebody wound up with some handcuffs because of fucking mob tube drama? I don't think so. Fin Freak, you need to stop. You seen your boy today, Fin Freak? He put on the work gloves. He went and grabbed a little pocket knife out of the glove box. All of that fucking theater. Remember, you supported fucking Pizza and all his bullshit, from being thrown off a bridge twice to the Iceman's cheeseburger to him knowing Noriega and Bush. your track record ain't too great, Finn Freak.
Well, what did he said? People got hurt. Who? Who got hurt?
The only person I know that got hurt was FBS.
Hmm.
Could be
And
wrong.
that was because of Chunky's video and the mob tube genre. I don't know.
Nothing. Finn Freak is reaching. That shit had nothing to do with Chunky, and I guess that was the topic we were talking about. But I don't know who else been hurt. Well, let us know who else been hurt other than FBS.
Mm.
Now, you mean hurt like physical or people's feelings? People's feelings get hurt all fucking day.
Right.
But any physical violence in this fucking community, other than the one time, hell no. It's a lot of beating up, a lot of killing, a lot of fucking gang banging, and then nothing is happening. So I don't know where the fuck you come from with that bullshit.
Hey, there's communities where they actually film walking up and knocking on each other's door and beating the shit out of each other.
Oh yeah. I witnessed it before I came to this community. I was in the hip hop community. Mm-hmm. Man, I watched countless videos. It was serious, man. I watched the dude one time. I tell people this. The guy and the guy were going back and forth in the goddamn chat with that pull up and pull up and pull up. The dude pulled up to the dude's house, knocked on the door. The dude wouldn't come out. What do you think he did? He pulled out his thing and peed on the dude's front door. Made sure that all of it was on camera. So yeah.
I see him. The guy pulled up. He was with a friend, and somebody drove him. He knocked on the guy's door, and the guy came out. They were given a good fight, and then the guy turned around and just stabbed the guy. Left him there. Yep.
A few lost their lives. A lot of people forgot about this guy called Savage Studios. He was on YouTube doing the same thing. He lost his life. You know, he talked about a certain organization, and they paid him a visit. Then you had the one guy. He was viral. He was, I guess, he was Mexican. He would do videos where he would just get drunk as shit and talk about everybody. And he talked about Yep. He talked about certain cartel members, a certain cartel boss, and 3 days later they smoked his ass. So you know it could go real world. It always can go real world, you know. But in the mob genre, I don't think so. Shit, half of these motherfuckers, they tell you pull up, or meet here, meet there. Next thing you know, fucking they're reaching out, fucking. And they do everything is done on fucking YouTube. Like you're leaving a fucking video trail. It's like this new generation. That's why I'm so glad my son is not like that. And I always told him, like, what they doing now for clout. Like you got this new generation. They tell on themselves. It was a time where detectives actually had to do their research and now these motherfuckers, they'll shoot somebody and go right to fucking Instagram, make a video bragging about it. Like, who fucking these motherfuckers are telling on yourselves? Fuck out of here.
It's like they want the recognition, and it's like you're dropping a dime on yourself. Like, is the recognition really worth it?
Clout. I told people, clout is the new drug, man. The shit you watch going on right now, the clout pacing, that shit is it's next level, man. I mean,
Agnostic. A lot of these clowns are coming to beat me as soon as they figure out the New York Thruway is in New York. Hey, you heard it. What was it? A year ago, somebody was supposed to come here in October to beat my ass. They never showed up.
Yeah, I remember that.
They never showed up. Probably figured out they would have to pay for 4 airplane seats, and it wasn't worth it.
Santini's crazy. He goes, most of this drama can't stand up and sit down in a chair without putting their hands or their arms on their chair. He's right. He's fucking right. Harry's won. Harry talks the most cash shit about how bad of a motherfucker he is, and the bitch could barely fucking walk. You got the other motherfucker relegated to a goddamn chair and want to talk all this tough shit. Like, you can't make this shit up.
He claims to have all this, all that. He's this big bad motherfucker. He doesn't have shit, and he's wasting away to nothing. Okay, but keep talking your shit. All right, you don't intimidate anybody. You're a
Yeah.
joke.
You know they're gonna be having a Moody Monday for us tomorrow.
Oh, do you think I care? What are they going to say that they haven't already said? Maureen Elizabeth, your stuff's coming soon. And it's not gonna be me who does it. It's gonna be somebody else. But as soon as we find that picture of your son, it's going up on a website. Your son's grave's gonna be pissed on. We're gonna call everybody in your family. They're waiting, and I cannot wait to hear these fucking stories that they're gonna be telling.
Oh, for
Yeah,
real.
yeah. My house is faded on Google, so have at it, have fun, do what you got to do, because I'm just going to sit back and laugh at you and collect it all.
You know what's funny when they get mad at you because you're not making your own docs easy. Like you can't make this shit up.
Hmm. I know, crazy,
Oh god.
dude. Tell me, get your husband to grab the link. Why is my husband going to grab the link? He can't do nothing to you physically. Why even waste his fucking time?
That's
And
another thing. I'm so sick of that grab the link bullshit. Nobody grabs your link. Stop
mm,
talking about drop the link or go sending one of your fucking special people to go get somebody. Nobody grabs your link. The only people that grab your link are the same fucking ass kissers that go in your fucking chat that fucking got their tongue in your ass. The
yeah,
average person don't give a fuck about your link or anything you say. Last night I'm over there with Marks and I'm fucking they sending me messages like, yo, they dropped the link for you guys. Drop the link for fucking who? I
yeah.
already told this fucking clown I'm not grabbing his fucking link. The fuck? Who the fuck he think he is? Grab the link, bitch. Grab these nuts. Fuck out of here with that shit.
The last time I grabbed his link, I told Sailor to choke on his mushrooms.
Oh, they don't want you grabbing the goddamn link.
Mhm. That was the
You
time
want the-
we went up there. Remember, it was him and Sailor, and they had to have this debate over this stupid fucking case of this guy that they're like infatuated with right now.
oh yeah.
Yeah. And Sailor tried to say something. I'm like, dude, don't even talk to me. I don't like the way you treat women. Go choke on your fucking mushrooms. Point blank. Period. Nothing to do with that. He's an asshole. You want to sit up there and let them fucking lie and not correct them. You're a piece of shit, dude.
Jay puts in the chat. Do you guys piss in the shower? I don't know about anybody else, but yeah, I do. And it
I
was
don't.
a habit. It was a habit from when I was in prison. You would pee on your feet because the acidic acid in your urine will stop your feet from fucking getting fucking fungus and shit like that from them dirty ass fucking showers. So peeing on feet in prison is a fucking routine.
Didn't you wear shower shoes in prison?
It still don't help because most of these guys are dirty. They beat off in the shower. So even with shower shoes, the water's able to splash on your toes in between. So I'd wash it all up. I'd hold it in, and when
Right.
I'm ready to get out, I'd pee on my goddamn fucking feet, rinse it
Oh,
off, and that was it. And I never caught anything inside. Yeah, dudes getting athlete's foot and all that shit. Never caught none of that shit because I was peeing on my goddamn feet.
all right,
So I hope that
TMI. You don't have to keep saying it.
I'm sorry, that's just the honesty in me, you know.
Fucking nut. Yeah, what'd you do? What'd you do in prison? I peed on my feet.
Nigga read the black. Too much information, Carlos.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Red. You know
yes,
me.
definitely. TMI. TMI. No, thank you.
Oh God.
Shit. But oh my god, yeah. There. I mean, mm, this place is just crazy, and it's like you try to like back up a little bit, but then you're like, I know I'm missing all this stuff, and when I do come back, I'm going to be totally lost about what's going on.
I was like that. It was.
Yeah.
I missed the beginning of the week. I missed a lot because of this fucking new job that we're doing. But I did a little crunch in the last couple of days and caught up on a lot of the nonsense. You know, I can skim through videos. Plus, I get updates. I thank God. There's a lot of good people in the community that fucking send me messages and keep me updated on what's going on. Some shit will jump off, a live will pop in. It's like today. I ain't know fucking Pizza was about to fucking have a fight. I'm getting messages like, "Hey, Pizza's about to have a fight." So I go check it out, and I'm laughing at the whole fucking thing. So yeah, sometimes you got to do a little replay and catch up. And but I like a lot of them say it's hate watching. Nah, I watch it just to get the knowledge. I mostly watch them and study the chat. You learn a lot from watching the chat.
Yeah, well, a couple weeks ago, I was telling somebody that, you know, I really wanted to take a break, but I have FOMO. It's the fear of missing out. You know, but I did pretty good with it this week. I wasn't really paying attention to everything that was going on. So, you know, I was kind of lost. But was he fighting with somebody from YouTube, or was he fighting with somebody on the street?
No, that was the funny thing. You've been watching you watch the 52 show with Brett and Francisco.
Yeah.
Well, they had this guy on, and he was calling himself something of a boxer. He was talking about wrestling. Well, I forgot his name, but he was on it a couple of times. It was that guy. I guess he changed his name again. I guess now it's Bruno. Before it was something else.
What, the wrestler guy?
Huh?
The wrestler guy?
Yeah.
Okay. He's got the tattoo on his head.
I'm not sure about the tattoo, but he's kind of slim looking, you know, got that funny look. Yeah, it was him. So he's the one that pulled up on Pizza, but they kumbaya, they're all good.
Oh, okay. All right.
But it was definitely funny watching Pizza put the gloves on. Then he went and got, and poor Leon. Leon's in there barking like a motherfucker. Leon was trying to get up out of there because, you know, not for nothing, you know, he's going to back his owner no matter what, you know. Right. So he was in there wilding out and shit. But, you know, it wound up being that they made up. So it was squashed. But it goes to show you that there's always something in this community. You know,
mm-hmm. Definitely is always something in this community. If it's not one person going at somebody, it's somebody else going at somebody, and it's just fucking crazy. Thank God I have nothing to do with that woman's community. They're all fucking nuts over there.
They're worse than the guys. They don't fuck around over there. Those women, they play by different rules. You know, the women can do something else. Shout out to Eric Force.
Hey, Eric. Yeah, no, it's crazy. And then, all right, so I have to backtrack one thing. So, you know, William Brooklyn, right?
Of course.
So he goes in all these chats, and if I'm in a chat, he always has to say something about my son. So I recently found out that he was a parent, that he doesn't even talk to his daughter, but he's going to attack me, the drunk, who has like very little food in his refrigerator and fills it up with beer that everybody wanted to, you know, get donations for so we can get some food in his refrigerator, has a child, doesn't pay child support, and doesn't talk to the child. Make that make sense. How are you going to attack me for my deceased son when you have somebody still living that you don't even have anything to do with? Make it make sense.
You can't. And when it comes to that, like, he's been the biggest cheerleader, one of the biggest cheerleaders in the entire community. He's bounced around from home to home just to want fucking finding a place. And now he feels like he found a home, you know, but he's one that talks. You're a chicken stealing, beer stealing drunk. Is what you are.
And he's from the woman's community.
No, that was the thing. He was from this community. He attacked himself over there when he thought he wanted to be part of the hive. My sisters, and all that other shit. He was the biggest cheerleader for them until fucking he said something wrong, and you know they cast him aside. So he found a new home. That's why he's over there, part of Team Press Charges. You know, they just put him up there. You know, and here's the thing too: if you're gonna go on YouTube and you're gonna be part of the live, if you get on a camera and show your little wee wee,
yeah.
You should be embarrassed and disappear. Like there's fucking 5-year-olds that got bigger joints than that. Mm-hmm. cut back on the beer and get you a penis pump. Fuck out of here.
God, you're killing me. You are fucking killing me.
Yeah, but it'll be on his daddy's channel over there jumping on the live and with his stuttering, muttering. That's another thing. Can't you get a goddamn fucking sentence out, you stuttering, muttering little prick?
Well, that's what I mean by, show me your friends and I'll tell you what I think about you. Look at the people that go on that panel. They're all scumbags. Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Yep.
The absolute fucking worst. The absolute worst. But to them, they're the elite.
Yeah.
Their brains are so eaten up. They're the elite. We're part of Team Press Charges. We're the game changers. You damn right. They're fucking Team Press Charges. You definitely changed the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh shit! It should be one hell of a Moody Monday.
I don't know. I won't be around. I'll be working, so
I won't even be watching it because it's like fucking Groundhog's Day. It's fucking repeat ad nauseum. It's like, come on, man, the same shit every day, 2 times a day, 3 times a day. It's fucking. I mean, like you could just fucking turn on the goddamn live and it's the same shit you heard yesterday, the day before, and the day before.
A year ago, it's the same shit. Different people, but same shit. When do you think he's going to realize that he doesn't have a way to get a hold of you anymore?
Why do you think he did the show yesterday?
Because he keeps calling you and calling you and calling. I'm like, dummy, that phone don't work.
This is why he needs the attention. He's another attention whore. He needs the back and forth.
Right.
And I stopped messaging him. And then the phone broke. So now he's probably like, oh, he's ignoring me. No, I don't have that phone anymore. I don't message you anymore. I don't even think about you like that. I respond when you do shows on me like yesterday, but you're a clown. You think about me more than I think about you. You don't see me dedicating no fucking shows to you, reaching out, grabbing this person and this person. I don't think that much of you. I live in your head. And I always told him this. You're my puppet. You understand? I pull the strings. I watch it. You know how it is. I can leave a certain comment or whatever, and next thing you know, he's talking about that shit. He watches everything. You're my puppet. I've never been your puppet. You're my puppet.
If you think about it, he's actually the community puppet because we could say one word and he goes off for hours and hours and hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has no self-awareness. That he lives in his own little world in his brain. Yep. And in his world, he's the greatest thing. He's the biggest this, he's the best this, he's the best at that, he's the absolute best. And he believes that shit in his fucked up brain because he's got a group of 20 in the chat that just fucking blow smoke up his ass all fucking day and tell him how great he is. Like, you can't make this shit up. You got to look at it for the comedy aspect of it. That's what I do. And I had somebody reach out to me. They were kind of upset about that show last night. And I was like, I'm not upset at that shit. I was like, it's slander, it's lies. I was like, I'm a big truth person. I was like, that's all fucking lies. You think I'm worrying about that shit? Like the whole fucking fact of, why don't you take your boy out to Disney? I sent you a picture. Where was he? Where does that picture? Where do you think that picture was taken at with me and my boy?
Disney.
Yes. like shut up. You don't know my life. You think you know my life. Everything is projection. I'm on the government dole. I'm on this. No, that's you. That's you that got caught on a goddamn EBT interview. No matter how much you try to spend that shit, it was a reapplication interview. We know what it was. Stop projecting. Just own your shit.
Well, he can't because it'll make him look like the pauper that he is. He's got to walk around like he's, Mr. Moneybags. He's got everything when in actuality, he doesn't have anything because nothing is in his name.
Hey, he's an authorized user.
Yeah.
He's an authorized user. He talks about my shack. Well, guess what? It's my shack. Mm-hmm. You're in somebody else's pad. Stop it.
Yep.
No, and I'm tired of hearing about this car in the garage. Let us see. Show us the car in the garage. It's like I told people before. A rental means it's not yours. It's yours for the rental, the amount of time you're renting it, but it's not yours. Unless your name is on the goddamn title as the owner, that's not balling. Rentals are not balling. Shit, I could go up the fucking road of it, way past I-4 and go to the Ferrari dealership. I can rent a Ferrari for like 3 hours for like two and some change. Does that make me a baller? No, it makes me a renter.
Yep.
Oh my
Exactly.
god.
Yeah. And if I mean honestly, what do they own? What did he say? They had 7% in one of the cars. Well, then your name's definitely not on it.
Yeah.
You don't own anything. You already gave that one up. Shit.
But but everything is for show.
It
Like,
is.
yeah, it's all for fucking show. It's all this false bravado, this fake image. Like, come on, man, stop. This is
Mm-hmm.
like he got a thing with the colognes. I told him this countless times. Bro, stop talking. I don't care that you bought it in Macy's. You can't fuck with my collection. You just can't. That's the reality of it. For every fragrance you bust out, I'll bust out one from my collection that embarrass you. Like, come on, stop with the nonsense.
And then
You know,
he'll go to
and
the
then
store and have that one the next day.
you know, and then everything is eau de toilette, eau de toilette.
Uh-huh.
No, there's different concentrations. You got eau de cologne, you got eau de toilette, you got eau de parfum, and you got parfum. Like, don't sit there and have a conversation with me. You can't even fuck with me when it comes to the fragrance game. You don't even know how to spray. I watched this clown spray his wrist one time and rub it. Like that's from fucking movies. Anybody that knows about fragrances, you don't spray your fucking wrist and rub it.
No,
You
he
fucking
walked
you
into
kill
it.
yeah. Yeah, you kill the fucking chemicals. The fragrances all have three stages to them.
Mm-hmm.
Motherfuckers don't even know none of that shit. But you want to act like, oh, I didn't buy this on eBay. I bought it on Macy's. Yeah. Guess what? I bought the same exact cologne on eBay for about fucking $50, and
Uh-huh.
it's authentic. And y'all ass walked into a fucking Macy's and spent 160 just because you left there with a Macy's bag. Man, get the fuck out of here.
Listen, you turned me on to one cologne for my brother. It was that Domino one,
Yes.
and I still curse at you till today.
That's that Oscar de la Renta gentleman.
Uh-huh.
It's a beautiful bottle, but it goes to show you how supply and demand works. When that fragrance came out, you could buy both sizes. You could buy the 50 ml, which I paid like $23 for it when it was popular, and then like 35 for the bigger bottle. It got discontinued. So it's like,
Yeah.
supply and demand. The supply's not there anymore, but the demand is. So what happens? The price goes up. That's why I'm not even going to mention the amount you spent on that one bottle, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's like here. I got
Mhm.
I got a good 6 or 7 that are discontinued that I have in my fragrance cabinet,
Right.
and shit, some of them bottles are going for $200-300. It's because they don't make them anymore. I love to keep my discontinued. Shit, I got one here. It's YSL. It's called La Nuit de l'Homme. It's one of the most popular. They call it a date night fragrance, but it's awesome. But it's went through a few reformulations. I got me a vintage one, first bottle, first batch from 2008. And what happens, like with fragrances, they go bad. You'll open up a fragrance and smell it. It'll smell like pickle juice. It went bad. You got to have it in controlled climate. All of them go bad. Once you spray the cologne one time, it eventually, after some time, it will go bad. That one I got, that shit it's liquid gold. There are people fucking spending $300-400 just to get that same fucking bottle. I got that here. I got a few that are fucking here, but that's my thing. That's what I enjoy. I like my fragrances and I like my knives.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, you're fidget spinners. Angela says, what was the perfume bottle that looked like a woman's breast? That's John Paul Gaultier, and I don't know. There's Le Man. There's a bunch of bottles of that, but there's so many different fragrances.
Yeah, John Paul Gaultier. That
Yeah.
the original was something else when it dropped in '94. It was tremendous, but it got overdone, and like a lot of people don't understand with fragrances, they get reformulated. There's a kind of like the FDA. There's a administration for the fragrances and certain chemicals every year. They select a few chemicals that they disband that you're not allowed to use. So they got to go synthetic. But
Hmm.
majority of those colognes that we remember from the '90s and to the fucking late '90s, early 2000s, they're not. They've been reformulated. They're not even the same. There was a time where I would spray John Paul, the original, on, and it would leave scent trails everywhere, and it lasts 10, 12 hours. You go
Hmm.
buy that shit now, you put it on, 4 hours later, you don't smell it. It's different. And you're right. There's mad flankers. There's the fucking
I have
from Lamar alone. I
the
got
first.
one here, which is the sweeter one. They got the elixir. There's so many different fucking flankers. Like each fragrance
Yeah.
have the original, and then it'll have what's called the flankers. The three, four, five that are spun.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, because I remember when it first came out, it was the bottle, but it had the blue stripes on it. That was the first one ever, right?
yeah, the blue bottle with the white stripes. That was the first one. Yep.
Yeah, and then my son's favorite one, and I have it over here. What's left of it? It's got a bunch of birds with ribbons and fishes on it and stuff like that. So
Oh yeah, that one they don't make no more. There's been a
no
few flankers.
shit.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You know,
good.
but even to
Gotta
this
scrub.
day, that DNA, that Jean Paul Gaultier, the original. And
Right.
that's what's funny. Most of these fragrances they take from other fragrances. Like people will smell that the Lamar and think that that was the original. No, it's actually not the original. The original is the Cuban cigar cologne. That's the original Lamar. Lamar took from there and
Hmm.
spun it. It's no different than Creed has done it. They'll grab a DNA and change a couple of fucking add a couple of ingredients to it and change the name.
My husband has that the cigar one. It comes in like a tube, like it's a real cigar.
Yes, they
Yeah.
have different. It's the original. That one, the one that smells like the mall, is called Cuba Gold. Then you have there's different varieties. See what
Hmm.
that cigar company does is they have inspirations of all the other ones. I got a few of the Cuban ones here. I got a blue de Chanel Cuban one. I got the Lamar one. Shit,
Right.
that DNA is popular. It's like I tell people now, especially on a budget. Like the John Paul Gaultier, you spend 8 hours on a bottle, and the fragrance will last 4 or 5 hours on you. You can go get Perry Ellis 360 White. It's a bottle. It looks kind of like a it looks like a dildo. Got this long, like a long cylinder with a round top on it. And you can find that bad boy in any of these goddamn rack stores. You pay $20 for it, and it's basically the same fucking fragrance.
Hmm. Well, I collect the Factice bottles. They're the ones that when you used to walk into like Macy's or Wanamaker's, they were the real bottles, but they were huge.
Huge. Yep.
So I collect them, and
Oh
they're
what?
yeah, they're pretty pricey. Like
Oh yeah.
my husband wants to kill me every time I get a box. So I don't collect the colognes or the perfume. I just collect the Factice bottles and I love them. But yeah, I mean they're even pretty pricey and they're empty.
I know. I have one of what the fuck is a Paco one. I mean
Mhm.
like a Paco Rabanne fucking 1 million. I mean a big one.
Right.
And my cousin knocked it over in my fucking room and it fell to the ground and broke. But that bottle alone was going for 300.
Shit. That's a lot. Yeah, when I bought my son that bottle that we were just talking about, since
Mm-hmm.
that was discontinued, that cost me like 325. So
Yeah,
yeah, and he only wore it on special occasions, and I have, I guess, what, a quarter of it left. So it sits with his other stuff that I have, like he's got a big, huge watch collection.
that's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
So fucking kid, he kills me.
You know.
walking around with Movados and all that shit. I'm like, why do you even wear that? You're like, what do you do? You're gonna ruin them at work. He's like, well, I like my watches. I'm like, all right, whatever.
A lot of people into the watch game. I got a buddy of mine. He's into the watch game. He's got so many goddamn watches. I
Mm-hmm.
never got I never got into the watch game. I got a couple here, but it's not a big thing for me, you know. But I always get on a new hobby. Like I cut back on the fragrances.
Right.
I got enough fucking fragrances here to last me 2 lifetimes. You know, I got enough fucking juice. So my thing now is my knives. I love my knives.
I call them your fidget spinners.
Oh yeah, I play with it all day.
Yeah.
That sound is funny. It's funny because you got Red the Black and he hits me up. He's like, "Hey man, how come I got what the fuck is this goddamn fucking this notification I got?" So I look at it and I start laughing. I was like, that's the same knife I got. I was like, but it's in red. I says the one I got is in green. He was
Mm-hmm.
like, holy shit! So I showed him and he was like, wow. So I sent them the link, and he went and ordered one. I said, it's gonna be fun. I was like, you can be at work and you fuck with it, you know.
Yeah.
I
Well,
kinda don't.
you did that for my husband too, because he was looking for a specific knife, and you
Oh
found it.
yeah, I
Yeah.
like to go down those rabbit holes, and that one that he picked out of all the knives is one of the rarest ones.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. You found it, and we were looking for it forever. I mean, I even had my girlfriend in California looking for it for me too. We found
That's a
it.
bad. It's a badass fucking knife, and just
Uh-huh.
that pattern alone. Like right now, there's like a couple of companies that got new knives that drop, and they're using that leopard pattern on it, and it's popular. It makes the
Right.
blade look good as hell. You
Mm-hmm.
know.
Yep. Cohen fan, watch your mouth. He's saying the Phillies stink.
Oh shit! You better let you know how them Philly people are. You better leave them alone. Bulletproof soul, we're good. If I don't say hi to you sometimes in chats and stuff like that, I'll be on another thing. But we're good.
Yeah, going kind of slow here. I figured out how to put the comments up
The StreamYard,
on the screen. Yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm using. Yeah, Red. It'd probably be best that you not take that shit to work.
Yeah, you don't want to ruin it.
No, it's not only that. It's that motherfucking Red be losing his mind, boy. Red don't be fucking around at work. He got a short fuse. And you got that bad boy. Red is liable to stick somebody.
Yeah, we don't need you going postal, Red. No, thank you.
Hey, you
No.
know what's fucking funny? I did that on a job site. One of the crews is a Haitian crew. So,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? Same way I'm here like now doing this shit. I'll be on a job site on a smoke break and I'll be doing the same thing. So they were like, what the fuck is that? And I started showing them. Oh, why do I do that? And they're Haitian. So, over there, a lot of them are big on machetes. So I
Right.
was like, I got something for y'all to look at. I was like, look at this. This is a foldable machete that you guys could carry. Well, I showed them the goddamn link and the video. They went and ordered them. The boss is like, hey, man, what are you doing? I said, what? He's like, because, talks with an Egyptian accent. He's like, you don't be showing my guys how to do this. I don't want them stabbing somebody on a job. I'm like, listen, man, it's a fucking hobby, man. I was like, calm down.
Oh shit. Yeah, we don't need Red going fucking postal. Uh-uh.
Yeah, Michael Mormon. Oh, shit, they're talking baseball in there. You got J.R. Ewing, you got Roy Cohen. Shit, Roy Cohen fan. Shout out to Roy Cohen. He said, Maureen, I was at the 1980 Phillies game 6 in the right field picnic area at the vet. Oh, shit.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because he did say he's from my area.
Philly's a different breed. Forget about it.
Yes, we are. We are definitely a different breed. I just took a picture of one of my Fectis bottles, and I don't know how to. What do I have to do? Email it to myself, and then put it up here, and then post. I don't know how to do this.
But take a picture
Right?
and then go to your photos. Well, you probably got iOS.
Yeah.
Does iOS have Google Lens or like a lens?
Yeah, why?
Because all you gotta do is put the picture and put the lens. It'll show you all the different links, and you'll see other people doing collecting.
No, I'm talking about how to show you the size of this bottle.
Oh shit! You just email that shit. Send it to the group chat later on.
I was going to show the chat too.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I don't do live, so there got to be somebody in this motherfucker that's a content creator that knows how to do that shit.
I'm just going to try to email it to myself and see what happens and then save it from there because then I guess it'll go on the computer too, right? Because I had to take it with my phone.
Yeah.
Who fucking knows?
Philly fans are crazy. Two of my cousins made the mistake of going to go watch the fucking Giants at a Philly game. It didn't go too well for them. Came back with fucking lumps on their head, ripped jerseys and shit. Like, they whooped on us. Of course they whooped on you. It's fucking four of you motherfuckers against probably 500. What the fuck you thought y'all were gonna actually get up on them?
They came to Philly for a game, you said?
Yes.
That's a bad move.
Yeah, it's a bad move, especially when you're rocking Giants jerseys. My cousin had the number 56. He had the number 56, and the flag was hanging down. It was, it was the threads were ripped off. It was a Mitchell and Ness jersey. That's it.
Yeah, not the smartest move.
No, it's not. You know, fan base is bad shit. I remember as a kid before the Yankee Stadium got tore down, the old stadium where the bleachers. Oh, we were trouble. We would go to the bleachers with fucking D batteries. That was before security and cameras and all that shit. The fucking pitchers be warming up and we chucking D batteries at them. Those are the good old days. We were some bad little motherfuckers. And we always went on bat day. Because you know you're going to catch bat day. If it happened to coincide with a Boston game, oh, forget about it. Somebody, mad people getting looked up. Them little fucking Yankee bats used to do some work. Oh my God.
Give me 1 second. I'm trying to figure out how to do this. And I don't want you to think I'm ignoring you because I'm not.
I know you're right. And you know I like to fuck with you about that Philly shit. That's why every time you brag about when the Eagles won the Super Bowl, what I was telling you, I was like, don't worry, I'm gonna feel better. I'm gonna go watch a Bill Burr fucking Philly rant video and feel good about myself.
Yeah, I was like, touche. You got me on the one.
That Bill Burr Philly rant is fucking incredibly fucking funny.
Mm-hmm.
But that was the funny thing too. Even the fans enjoyed it. They were like, because you guys are a different breed. You guys are like, oh, we like this motherfucker. He's tearing our asses up, but he's a live one.
Yeah.
So.
He's okay.
Other than the Philly rant, I like him as a comedian. He does not give a fuck. He's gonna call people out, and he goes on interviews, and they ask him stupid ass questions. Bill Burr got no problem telling you about yourself or checking you real quick. I got the utmost respect for Bill Burr as a comedian. That motherfucker is fucking funny. There's countless videos on YouTube of Bill Burr giving it to fucking TV hosts and shit like that for asking them stupid ass fucking questions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Roy Cohen, Bill Burr is fucking funny. He don't give a fuck. That's what I like about him. He just don't give a fuck.
He just don't give a fuck. All right, let me see. How do okay, media assets. Put it there, right? Let me see. Add overlay. Can you still hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just do your thing. We're still here. If none of y'all have heard that goddamn Bill Burr, I know Mo's gonna be like this motherfucker. Type in Bill Burr Philly rant. You want to see the motherfucker go out of city hardcore? He was going ham that day.
You don't have to tell them to look up that specific one.
That's one of the best ones. It made him a star.
Uh-huh. All right, let me see. All right, so that is my Yeast Teas bottle. You see it?
Holy shit!
Yeah. And then
Damn!
the one to your, let me see, if you're looking at it, it's on your left. That is the regular, that is the real size bottle. And then the one behind it is the Factice bottle.
Wow, big fucking difference. Holy shit!
Yeah. They're not so easy to find anymore
Uh,
because all the stores are like gone.
give you a heads up. You know
What?
how this phone. You know how this phone is. This bitch
Getting
is.
hot.
Oh, yep, she's already running hot. So if I wind up cutting out, you know it's because this bad boy is already fucking hot.
No.
I like this fucking phone, but the processor inside here it runs hot, and I'm in AC and still it ain't helping this bitch. It's hot as fuck, especially the lives. The lives warm the fuck up out of this phone.
Yeah, that's not good though.
No, but it's something that's with the first the Gen 6 of the Pixel.
Mm,
So they got better with the chip, you know, but it's their own chip. It ain't like it's a Snapdragon. If it was a Snapdragon, it wouldn't be running hot. Because even my Moto that broke on me, that one it never ran hot. You know,
right.
no matter how many games I played or no matter what, it never ran hot. But this one, yeah, and I enjoy it. I really like this fucking phone, but that's the only fucking issue.
That it keeps getting hot.
Oh yeah, it's the lives.
Oh
Like
yeah.
if I play a video game, if I say I'm playing a game, because I've been playing some Android video games, I ain't gonna lie. I'm
Mm-hmm.
playing some fucking. So it gets warmed up, and then if I jump on the live right after, shit, this bitch is hot to the touch.
Yeah, it's done. Yeah, and then you got to let it cool off. Just put it in front of a fan.
Hold on, you can hear it. I got the AC running. I got a fan aimed at it, and it's still this bad boy is. I even took it out of the case to just to give it something, but I could see it. I could see it eventually is gonna fucking cut out. And what's fucking crazy is that I'll take it. It'll cut off, and then I'll throw that shit in the freezer. Oh,
Mhm.
no bullshit. I'll throw it in the freezer for a minute or two, and it'll cool right back down.
Yep. Fucking nuts.
But you surprised everybody with this live, woman.
I was bored. Well, listen, I didn't want to do laundry. I tore the kitchen apart today. You know, you do inside the cabinets, all that stuff, the countertops, the refrigerator, all that stuff. And I had 3 loads of laundry to do. I was like, you know what? I'm not doing it. I'm bored. So what can I do? And nobody was really on. So I was like, I'll just go live because I didn't feel like watching TV either. So I was like, I'm just going to go live. I was thinking about doing one last night, but I just kept pushing it off. And then I said today, if it was a good day, that I would do one. So I figured, yeah, I'll do it because I don't want to do the laundry. I got out and did laundry.
You're still gonna have to do laundry, but it was good because most more people want you to do live. So like when you did the second one, you know how many people were shocked. What another live, and now this one's gonna shock them as well. So it's a good thing because people
Well,
get
I
bored
never.
now, especially if a few people haven't gone live. At least people know with you, no matter what we're talking about, it's gonna be honest.
Oh yeah. Well, I was honest about that. That shit last night. That kind of pissed me off. But then I was like, why? Look who it's come. Look at the messengers who are saying it, and they're lying. You know. And we talked about it, and I was just like, "They're scumbags." And you were like, "It's theater. It's just fucking theater." And when I hung up with you, I was like, "You know what? He's right. I mean, if there was any truth to any of it, then I would have every right to be pissed off. But there isn't any. You know?
Yeah, I have, you know how many messages I got between yesterday and today about that? They were like, "Oh my god!" I told people, I was like, "Listen," I said, "It's not affecting me." I was like, "It's not." I was like, "Is it wrong?" Yeah, it's wrong. I was like,
Right.
"Is it wrong for anybody?" I
But
was
that's
like, "But I'm not." I said that it don't affect me. I know every stage of what they're doing. I knew eventually it would get to that point, and
right.
I've been telling them the whole time to go fuck yourself through all of it. Like it's just not gonna work. It's just
Yeah.
not gonna work.
Exactly.
Roy Cohen. He goes, Mobland is a good series, over the top but entertaining. Yeah, it just ended. I've been watching it. You know, it was good. Like the fucking cast, it was a little, yeah, you're right, it's over the top. But when you look at the cast is, forget it. You got the Dame Helen Mirren playing the fucking mom, who's a fucking nut and ruthless. You got Pierce Brosnan playing the father. And what the fuck is my man's name? He's a bad motherfucker in anything he does. He did the Craze movie.
Tom
Hardy.
Tom Hardy, yeah.
Yeah, he's in there. He's a bad motherfucker.
I watched like 2 episodes of it. I think the last episode I watched, I hope I don't ruin it for anybody, was when the guy was sitting on his couch and he shot him in the head.
Oh yeah, that's probably the first or I think it's the second episode.
Yeah, and then I haven't watched it since. And then Helen Mirren goes to grab what's her face's arm, and he's like, "Get off of me!"
I love her. I love that woman. I swear.
50 Cent is in love with her.
It's, you know what, and here's the thing, and I've always told people that, and that's how I look at things. Like with me, with women, you have the basic, the 1 to 10. Like guys will rate somebody. Like there was a time where everybody said Pamela Anderson was a 10. Well, she might be a 10 to the average person. I don't do that. I don't do the beautiful. I don't do that. My meter is sexy. Like I could look at a woman and she could be a 10. I'm like, oh, yeah, she's beautiful. But then I look at a woman and something about her, she's sexy. She makes me want to bite my lip. That's it. And that's what Helen Mirren had. She's always had that sex appeal. She could look at you in a certain way and you already know what it is. She enjoys doing it. You know, and even at her age, she's still sexy, and I know what 50's talking about because she has that effect. She'll even married and everything. She'll look at you, and you'll be like, "Wow!" Even this woman, because she was absolutely stunning when she was fucking young, all the way up to now. And the fact that she's at that age and she's still doing work, you know. But yeah, 50 loves her, and I know where he's coming from with that perspective. That's that sexy gene. That sexy gene outrules everything else. It's just it's different. It's a different meter for some people.
Did you see what Common Sense said?
Right.
Hi, Common.
Oh, fucking Common Sense, you ain't shit. I love that guy.
He comes out with them. He was telling jokes on Marks, and they weren't getting them. They just, they were like either they weren't paying attention or they were just going over their heads.
I was getting them. Common Sense fucking rocks. He's fucking him, and you put him and diversity together. Oh, forget about it. Oh yeah, that's an express train going to hell. Those two together, I remember what they did. Red had that episode. I remember what they did to Ruski. Oh man, I swear I have not laughed on YouTube as much as I laughed that fucking night. I mean, it was fucking comedy gold. When those two start bouncing off each other with the shit they say, oh, forget it.
No. Kasparosa says, say what you want about 50 Cent, but he never gave Helen Mirren diarrhea. Kasparosa, you're going to be on Moody Monday.
I'm glad you said I was about to say, you're going to be on deck, big dog. Yeah, you're definitely going to be on deck, big dog. All of us. The whole fucking show is going to be on deck tomorrow.
Nuts. It's crazy.
He's going to be saying to people in the chat, go get Chris Caputo.
Yeah.
Go get Carlos. I'm going to drop that link.
Yep, pick up that link. I'm going to get you. Yeah, whatever. Fucking people. Moody.
This is what I'm talking about. When you can come and you have a live and you just fucking bust each other's chops and fucking laugh at it. And I tell people all the time, if you can't even laugh at yourself, then there's fucking a problem. That's why I make fun of my own. I make fun of myself. You gotta be able to even make fun of yourself. I make fun of my grill. That's why I always tell people, I don't bite my tongue because I don't got no top teeth. That's why he hit me with that shit.
You said the first time you said that, I fell out. I was done. It was over. It was over.
But I up on that one. The common sense came right in with that.
And it was hidden too. I'm like, why is this hidden? People are
Oh my god! That's probably somebody thinking, what, they hit the comment.
no. I guess I hit that thing to where you allow certain comments, and it either said hide or allow. So I had to hit allow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. People.
Oh my god.
I got those haters that come in and put the nasty shit. So
Oh yeah, we had a couple who came in the beginning, but I think they know enough that we got decent mods here. They know enough to not come in here with that bullshit because they're gonna go express to the bathroom with that shit.
yeah, I'm not putting up with that bullshit. Mm-mm.
No, absolutely fucking not. No
No.
way in fucking hell.
But is anybody know if Gunsmoke's supposed to go live? Because I don't want to cut in on his time if he is. And Carlos's phone just died. Got too hot. Casp, you want to come up for a couple minutes? Bullshit. Anybody want to come up for a couple minutes? Unless cutting in on Smoke's time, because I don't want to do that. There's the link. Drop the link. Juliet, there's the link. So, oh boy. I don't know. Let me put this up. Hold on. Before somebody comes up. Put this one back up. Shit. Anybody want to grab the link and say hello? Bullshit for a couple minutes. Come on, Casp. Let's hear all about the stuff you can't talk about. And thank you, Bulletproof. Yeah, he did a show last night, and then he did his Sunday thing today. So he probably won't go live tonight, but just in case, I didn't want to, intrude on it, on his timing. So, well, I guess nobody wants to come up. Chris said that Juliet would come up. Oh boy, I got dead air here. Oh wait, hold on. Is that you?
No, it's my dog.
Oh, you wise ass.
No, I'm sitting in the car with Juliet at fucking midnight. Say
Speak
hi.
up a little bit. You're low.
Say hi. Say hi.
Julie. Is she looking around? Julie. Yeah. What's going on, Casp?
Oh, there?
Yeah, I'm right here. What's going on? Yeah.
Julie, say hi.
Julie.
There it is.
Hey,
I was
Jewel.
listening to your show. I have to go out for a second, but I'm listening to your show.
Oh. So what's going on? What's new?
All kinds of things.
Well, stuff that you can talk about. There she is.
That's her saying no, he can't talk about it.
Exactly.
So I don't know. Maybe I should just leave because I'm not that interesting until I can talk about it. So
That's not true. You're a very interesting person. Just very secretive.
I have to be right now.
No, I know. I know. But nothing new going on that you can discuss?
Oh, oh, when I, not yet.
Not yet. You're killing me.
People should only know.
Ah,
Do you hear this?
yes, I hear it. I know, Carlos, your phone died. So, okay. So, how's the weather up there? Is it raining up there?
No, it's not so bad. It says on my thing it's 64 degrees out right now. So
Right. Well, that's not bad. See that? Carlos calls you top secret Casparosa.
well, what I can elaborate on certain things, people will understand. So
Right. Well, is there anything that you want to go over that you already elaborated on?
what do you mean? Like how John Gotti Jr. tried to fucking extort me and threaten to frame me for crimes? Oh, you're right.
What'd you do to the dog?
Nothing, but she was limping before. Maybe she sat on her foot wrong or something. Julie, all
Well,
right? Okay. Oh,
careful. They're going to start calling you pizza.
no. I think she hurt her foot or something.
Mm.
I took her with me to the pharmacy before and she was limping. But when I don't know, it might have been a few hours ago or last night. I don't remember. But she sat on the couch and I think she might have sat in her foot the wrong way or something. It was like a yelp. I don't know what happened.
Right.
Julie,
Maybe it's her ACL.
I don't know. We have to take her to the vet. Julie, you're
How
right.
old? How old is she?
I'm not sure. She's a rescue.
Oh,
But,
that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
I forgot. So now, what happened?
I'll bring her with me. When I go to Philly, you can meet her. It's
You can't do that. My dogs will not.
Well, then she'll just stay out. We'll stay outside.
Will stay outside. Doctor's visit. Yeah.
Bring her with me when I go out. I don't know what I'm going. I told you I don't know what I'm going yet. But when I go out there, I'll bring her
Right.
with me. The trip.
No problem. So what's going on? What's hot?
My phone is warming up.
Oh, yours is going to die too.
No, it's not going to die. It's plugged into the
Oh.
charger. This must be so interesting for the people you have listening. I mean, I don't. Yeah.
Well, there's 48 of us here.
Not for
Wow.
long.
Why? What'd you do? What are you going to do?
I'm not doing enough to keep them here. That's what it is.
Ah.
They're going to
No,
leave
you're-
you. Where's my fucking wrench? You didn't give me a wrench.
God, you're gonna be one of those people. Hold on. There, here's your fucking wrench. You got it? You there?
I'm here.
Just make it a corner with the line. Just piece up a bit. Okay. Where'd you go, Cass?
I'm right here.
Here.
You sound really muffled.
See?
Yeah.
See that shit? You see that? Yes, that's the listen to that. Hit the right and it disappeared.
You could do it later. It's not that big of a deal.
Where'd you go, Cass?
I'm right here. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, Roy Cohn fan said this is riveting stuff. Absolutely.
No, so seriously, what's going on? What's up?
I mean, I don't know. You had a poppin' show going that I called in, and it's all you hear is my dog whelp. I don't know.
Well, you said you were getting sued. Who's suing you?
Who's suing me? I was told I'm being sued. Okay, good. I look forward to it. I'm going to cross-examine these people myself. I'll have a lawyer advising me, but I'm doing the cross-exam. This is personal. It ain't business. This is personal. I'm doing this myself.
Alrighty then. That sucks.
No. It's going to be fun. I'm doing this myself.
Well, I don't know. It's just.
You only live once. I'm doing it myself.
Yeah. Is it worth it?
Absolutely.
Well, if you think so. I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying if you think so. I'm not, I'm just.
Well, I mean, the balls on these people. I spend years
You got
protecting
to
you from
think
lies.
you're to protect yourself.
I spend years protecting you from lies for you to turn around and lie about me. And like what? So, okay.
I have no qualms with it. You got to do what you got to do.
Roy Cohn fan said, "Castros, are you Greek?"
All
I'm
the
half
stuff
Greek.
it causes problems.
Can you hear me?
You don't think?
Can you hear me?
Did you disappear again?
Can you hear me?
He disappeared again.
Can you hear me?
Cassie?
Can you hear me?
Oh, I don't know where he went. No, he dropped down. So, I don't know, problems with his microphone, I guess, or his call. But, I don't know. It's midnight. Well, it's past midnight. It was a good show. Let me see. Is he coming back? You there,
Yeah, can you hear me?
Christopher?
Can you hear me?
Can't hear you. Can you guys hear him? Because I can't hear him. I wasn't talking to you. I'm talking to Gasparito.
Press one if you can hear me. Somebody.
You there?
I'm here. Can you hear
All
me?
right. Well, yeah, now I can. I couldn't in the beginning.
Oh, I don't know. It was really muffled when I was hearing you. I think it's on your end, the problem.
Probably. All right. I just got a text that I sound far away. I don't know.
Yeah, Roy Cohn fan said, "Castros, are you Greek?" I'm half Greek, but nationality, and I'm half Argentine, but I'm from New York. I'm a New Yorker. But like, no, I'm saying I didn't grow up in Greece, but I'm half Greek though. So.
Oh, thank you. That's good now. Someone's
Maureen, you're gonna win an award for Podcast of the Year
Why? Because a
because
lot of dead air.
this is riveting. So, somebody said here, Roy Cohn fan said it's like Christmas Day 1980 when we got walkie-talkies as gifts.
So, Cass, what's your take on all this bullshit that's going on YouTube?
I don't even really pay attention to some of it or whatever. So, right. I mean, some of it I do, but like a lot of it I don't. So,
well, the stuff that you do pay attention to, with the slander and the defamation of other people, and how just people like to lie just to have a show.
It's I think people just going out there and publicly lying about people, it's real low life stuff because it's forget about that person that you're lying about. It's like what if their family sees it? It's that can affect that has an effect on people. It's not good. My philosophy has been for a long time, and I would say this with the A-Light stuff, whatever, years back with Johnny Light Facts and all that, is I know I discussed this came up numerous times with John, I'm sure, and probably came up with you, and we used to have the chat group and everything, but like if you want to lie about yourself, that's like your business. Like if you want to go out there and tell people, you could leap over buildings in a single bound, whatever, like Superman. Right. Okay, that's your business. But when you're lying about other people, and I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. If you want to lie about yourself, I'm just saying that's your business, you want to go like these guys that go on on YouTube. And like that Anthony Raymundi guy who said he killed 300 people in Vietnam, which is just like, and we've never heard, like, how is that even like physically possible unless you dropped a bomb or something? But I think he said on Vlad TV he was an assassin, like a sniper, and he killed 300 people or maybe more. I don't know. That's your business. That may be disrespectful to the POWs and the people who died over there. That's a different subject. But
Right.
that's your business. If you want to go out there and just perpetrate a fraud that only is about yourself, but when you're lying about other people, especially when it's damaging, that's fucked up. That's my opinion on it. So
That makes sense, especially with the military side. That definitely makes sense because if you're not who you say you are, and then you're talking about all this stuff, and it turns out to be a lie. Here, when you're telling these fictitious stories about these soldiers and stuff,
yeah.
like you have people that have PTSD, and it brings back their memories, and you don't know what fictitious story you told had somebody not being able to sleep for 3 fucking nights.
Oh, that too. I mean, I never really thought of it like that, but yeah, no, it's But say you go out and you defame somebody, you make up some crazy lie about just somebody you don't like, or whatever. That may not just affect them. That could affect like their innocent children who have nothing to do with it, or their elderly mother who's watching this. Like wait, what did this guy say about my daughter or my son or whatever?
Right.
That affects people beyond that person. So
Oh yeah.
it's I've told this story the night I met John in person the first time, whatever, in 2015, and he said to me, he's like, and it was so true. It stays with me, and it's like, if you want to impeach somebody, just stick to the facts. Like, forget all the name calling. Just stick to the facts. That's all you need to do. Just stick to that, and and it's the truth. So.
Yeah, because once you start getting into the lying and all that stuff, you just ruined everything.
But I'm not even saying about lying. I'm just saying like nicknames and like stupid stuff, because a lot of it. Look, I mean, jokes are funny sometimes, but if you're trying to make a point, it can be, not always, but like it may be very immature and to the point where it takes away from your own message if you're just calling somebody by a derisive nickname.
Right. But on here, don't you find
Can you hear me?
Yeah, but when
Okay.
you're talking about nicknames, are you like when they're going at somebody, or when they're describing somebody and they don't want to say their name, they just give them a nickname?
No. It's like if you're talking about like very serious subject matter,
right?
It may be better to just stick to the facts and leave the nicknames out there. But if it's like a comedic thing that's going on, like a lot of it depends on context and stuff,
right?
Because it just like if it depends on what it is. It's like say you're going in front of the Senate or something and you're going to depose somebody, or it's an investigation. It's like big tobacco or something like that, right? Where it's probably better to leave the nickname, you could make jokes and say, you could comment on this or that, some stupid outfit somebody's wearing, but it may be better off in a case like that, something very serious or whatever like that. Just stick to the facts, because those nicknames or whatever, those jokes could take away from what you're saying, what you're talking about, which could be very serious.
Yeah, the point that you're trying to get.
But it's like, if you're just, it depends on the situation, a lot of it, but yeah, no, if you want to impeach somebody, just stick to the facts. You're better off. Because I think it was at that time too. Like people were. This is right in the beginning. That was April 2015. The night I met him in person, I believe it was April 2nd. It was the day after April Fool's, if I'm correct. And we were joking. There were a lot of jokes being thrown at Alite at that time. It wasn't just dissecting, challenging his lies and his contradictory stories. But he said he was just, just you want to impeach somebody, just stick to the facts, and just it's true.
Yeah.
So, like, there is a time to joke. There are moments too where it's like, or you get caught up and things just come out. But
no, I get it.
Yeah,
I get it. Yeah, time and a place for it. So, but with me, when I do the nicknaming and callings, because I really just don't want to say their fucking name.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing too. You may not want to. give somebody the publicity or the awareness or whatever, or even like it may be beneath you just to mention certain people's names because it's like beneath you. Like who are these like bottom feeders, right? Why am I even talking about these people? Like
Yeah.
it may be beneath you to even address certain people.
Mm-hmm.
But in that case, just saying, this individual or whatever, and just describing someone or whatever, but it's yeah, but joking in a place where you're trying to say something serious, it could discredit your message, so or take away from it.
Right. Shit. Hold on 1 second, Chris. Hold on. Sorry, I had a malfunction that I had to fix. Sorry. So, the bounty will be 10,000 by tomorrow, big dog. That's what Carlos says. 10,000 for me, 10,000 for you, 10,000 for everybody else. For Moody Monday. So, what are you on your way home, or are you just going out?
No, I'm pulled over. I'm just on the side of the
Bell Parkway.
No. No.
Right. Are you out looking for pizza?
No.
Okay. Just checking.
No. That's a guy I wouldn't even like give like the like he's not important enough for me to address if he said something about me. You know what I mean? Just like he's a crazy homeless guy. Like why would I even waste my time addressing this guy? So
right.
Like I remember this was in 2022.
Uh-huh.
Angel messages me one day or so. She texted me if I'm remembering this correctly that. And I don't even want to say what it was, but it was just a very defamatory, false accusation this guy just made about me. And I'm just like, she's like, oh, like he said this about you, something to that effect.
Right.
And I was just like, and I'm supposed to care why? This is like a crazy homeless person. Like what am I even supposed to say to that? So.
Mm-hmm. He was my last live. He was backstage for like over an hour. I wouldn't let him come on. This is one panel he's not getting on. And he said that he wanted to apologize to me. No, thank you. No, thank you. Casperosa, you don't want the Scambino Grime family enforcer after you. Roy Cohen fan said it would be more interesting if you were out looking for pizza.
It would be more interesting.
Oh, shit. Yeah, get everybody from New York that pizza fucked with. You all get in your cars and you just all just like.
Well, I actually, back in 2022, because I actually was going to go up to him at a camera because I was trying to figure out where he was because he was saying he was in the tri-state area and he was apparently like using the Wi-Fi of a Dunkin' Donuts at a certain location or some bagel store or something.
Uh-huh.
I think I know where that is. And I actually wasn't going to go down there. Because you say some crazy shit about me. I was going to just go down there and film. Hey, you said this about me.
Yeah.
Like, but this is also a crazy homeless guy. This guy could like try to bite me. You know what I mean? Like, who knows what a guy like that? Like, you'll walk out of there with fucking like hepatitis or syphilis or some crazy shit he'll give you. I don't know. So.
Oh Jesus. Yeah, I'm surprised his car made it up there.
Listen, for all we know, that guy's crazy like a fox, and he's stashed away like $200,000 over the last couple of years. Under a mattress somewhere. But who knows? I don't know.
He probably has. He definitely probably has. I mean, because it's not like
he made a lot of money on YouTube. So.
And it's not like he's ever going to be able to collect Social Security, right? When he gets older.
I have no idea. I have no idea. A guy like that is so. That guy may have some assets, like hidden away. He's got something in his name, or something's coming to him in a will somewhere. Excuse me, something's coming to him in a will.
Right.
So you never really know who you're dealing with, especially like anonymous people on the internet. You have no idea what you're dealing with, or what people have, or what resources or connections they have. Like somebody could have a lot of Somebody could have a lot of connections or resources, whatever, and they may just not say it publicly. So.
Mm-hmm. That's very true. You never know who you're dealing with.
No, you don't know until you know.
Yeah. Yeah, Roy. You have to pay into Social Security through taxes to collect it. Exactly.
No, I mean that guy, he made a lot of money. I don't know what he stashed away, what he saved away. I have no
Hmm.
idea. He may have, he may not have. Who knows? I have no idea. It wouldn't surprise me if he did. It wouldn't surprise me if he didn't. Um, so anything is possible with a guy like that.
Right.
But I've said it for a while. That's a guy with his crazy racist jokes and his lunacy and everything. And just like, there's an audience out there that will pay money, that will pay 10, $20 a month, whatever, to watch some sick degenerate like that. And I, he just had probably somebody setting it up for him, like
Hmm.
somebody that could deal with him. Um, that guy could easily be making like 200 grand a year on the internet with some website or a Patreon or something, just or Cameo. Like people would pay money, $50. Hey, give my friend a birthday shout out, and he'll just like curse them out and berate them for 2 minutes, and and people will pay $50, $100, whatever for that. So
Yeah, you said that before.
yeah,
And that one new guy that's been coming around, he offered to help him, but he didn't want the help, so
no,
he was going to
it's
give him a Roku
it,
channel or something.
no, it's basically he needs a producer of sorts. And there's
Hmm.
different kinds of producers. There are like line producers that are more about like the budget and dealing with the accounting and stuff like that. And then there are other kinds of producers where there's not one kind or whatever, but there's a certain kind of producer where, like with reality shows, it's the best reality shows usually have like the craziest people, the most eccentric people,
Hmm.
and you need a certain kind of producer to deal with, almost like a psychiatrist, like to deal with the personalities and manage everybody and get everybody together. And you would need somebody with a certain skill set to deal with him, or I mean, that's all. You would need somebody with, unless he could figure out a way to do it on his own. But if he had somebody helping him with a website, like to market it and stuff, get Google ads on it, I don't know, whatever it would be,
Right.
to get him booked on podcasts or whatever to grow his audience. There's, that's a great, a guy who's shameless like that will say anything. There's
Well,
people out there that will pay money for a guy like that. It's sick and he says terrible things. Like really
oh,
terrible things. But
I know.
like he insulted like the 9/11 victims and stuff like that. So I'm not saying that it's just he's a good person. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying there are people out there that would pay money for somebody like that because he's sick in
Hmm.
the head. Like I remember he went on this rant one time that MRE was like walking around like Angel's house in like a bathrobe, like a Harvey Weinstein bathrobe, like drawing swastikas in our house or some crazy shit like that. But it was so nuts that it was just like, it was so nuts that it was funny because and who's it coming from? It's coming from a homeless guy living in his car, or he was living in a tent at the time. I think I don't even remember. Like, I don't remember.
Yeah. Has he always been like this, or did like something just make him the people on here just make him snap?
I have no idea.
Oh,
I have no idea.
huh. Yeah, he's nuts. I stay far away from him. Want nothing to do with him. Nothing whatsoever. There's a few people like that on here that I stay away from.
Rob, that's the kind of guy. If you roll up on a guy like that, somebody may roll up on him, think he's just like some soft homeless guy, whatever, that lives in his car. And then a guy like
Hmm.
that will pull out like a bow and arrow and like hit you with an arrow. Like some crazy thing like that. It's he's a lunatic.
He is a lunatic. Uh, Honest question: did he take the trailer? I doubt it. I think he sold the trailer, last I heard, but I don't know. I don't know. I do not know. But yeah, he's nuts. He's just fucking crazy. That one flew over the cuckoo's nest. Cuckoo. Nuts. Nuts. So yeah, I went to see Teresa Caputo last night.
You
It was
told me.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool.
Did you get an autograph?
No,
Get a selfie?
no.
All right.
I don't like my picture taken. You're never
Where?
gonna find a picture of me unless I post it myself. Nope. And I guess it's because when I was younger, my grandfather used to follow us all around with a video camera. Growing up, that's all he did was
That
follow us around with video cameras.
that sounds really fucking weird.
No, well, I mean, he wanted to document everything, you
Yeah,
know.
the way you said that sounds really weird. Yeah, my grandfather followed us with a video camera. Like what for what? Like
No, all of us grandkids, like every family function, you know.
yeah, but that sounds weird. I'm just saying.
Ugh, don't make it something into it. It's not.
I wish I had more videotapes and stuff when I was a kid. You know, but it was just it just wasn't something we thought about like back in the '90s. You know, it just we didn't really think about it like that.
Well, we had our cameras. You know, we used to like walk around with our cameras and shit. And then we got the first camera phones. But yeah, no, the old timers, they walked around with their VHS video recorders. Those big ass things. They look like they worked for, Channel 6 Action News. So, but yeah.
We had a video. My uncle took it from Christmas, like from like Christmas Day or something back in, I don't know, 93, 94, 95. I don't know what year it was. And, it was like a priceless, like family video, whatever.
Right.
And I'm not going to say who, but somebody else, it wasn't my uncle, it was somebody else, I guess, like recorded over it or something, like, thanks, asshole, like, dude, like,
oh, God. Oh, shit. I don't know. But, yeah, I just came on here to shoot the shit for a little bit. I've actually been on for 2 hours and 50 minutes.
Are you proud of that?
That I can last 2 hours and 50 minutes talking about.
If you want to look at it like that,
Yeah. Yeah. It's okay. I'm pretty good. Doesn't matter. I just didn't feel like doing laundry, Chris. I needed a break today. After I did the kitchen and all that stuff. Fun. And then we took, like I said, we took the grandson for his football stuff yesterday. That was crazy.
You told me.
Yeah. I'm just glad he doesn't want to play ice hockey. Could you imagine?
Yeah, I'm sure probably like double or triple. I don't know. So.
Yeah. Yep. All that gear that they got to wear and all that shit. But yeah.
I never got into hockey like that. I remember it was one summer. It was just one summer. It was like the parking. It was like a parking lot, like behind my building, or like to the side of my building where I grew up. And it was just one summer where I might have been like the summer after the third grade or after the fourth grade or something like that. I don't know when.
Right.
It was, for whatever reason, it was just all the kids. Like, it was like 20 of us, 15, 20 of us. We just got into like roller hockey. We were just had it there. Excuse me, like the whole.
Where'd you go? You disappeared again on me.
Can you hear?
Yeah.
All right, just cut out for it. Somebody was calling me. No, it was for like a summer. We just played roller hockey like the whole summer, and then we just all kind of just like, it was fun. It was a lot of fun, but we just moved on. I don't think anybody stayed with it, but it was fun. I still have my hockey stick from them.
Do you?
Yeah, I still have it.
I got a hockey stick, but I don't use it to play hockey.
Roy Comfort said, "Christos, are you Greek Orthodox?" I was baptized Greek Orthodox, but I'm not really like into the whole religion thing. Like, the only time I really go to church is like weddings and funerals. So
yeah, right.
The occasional like Christmas or Easter. When I say occasional, maybe like every like 5 to 10 years. Like, I don't remember the last time I went to one. So.
Do you remember back in the day? Well, I don't know.
Like, I believe in spirits and energy, and all this had to come from somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess I hope there's a heaven and a hell and all that kind of stuff. But my opinion is I'll find out when I get there. And I hope there is a higher power. There has to be some kind of higher power, because where'd everything come from? What if that's like God or that's something else? I don't know. But I do believe in spirits and energy and ghosts and stuff. I believe in all that. But where did it all come from, or exactly what is it? I don't know. Who am I to say? That's my opinion, I guess. My opinion is I'll find out when I find out, if and when I find out. Maybe when I die, I'll just go into the dirt, or maybe my spirit lives on. I have maybe only some of our spirits lives on, and not other people for some reason. I have no idea.
Right. I think my opinion personally, I think this is purgatory. And we keep coming back until we get it right. And then we're allowed in the gates.
Roy Cohn fan said, "No midnight Easter mass. Our church is as much about our culture, not just religion." Oh yeah, no. I hear that entirely, and I like going to like Greek events and stuff like that, and the dancing and everything. I like all that stuff. I just don't like just having to go sit in a church and everything in the morning and everything. That's what I don't like, having to go there. But it's nothing against the church. No, it can be great. The sense of community, everything, and yeah, preserving culture. And there was like an organization where I was going. It was based out of a church, and it was like a youth group, whatever, and they were organizing events for like young professionals and stuff like that. For Greek young professionals, I was going to that. I went to some of their events. It was really fun. But and there were like some black tie events I went to, that were hosted by different like Greek churches or whatever, and like those were like really fun. And but just church itself is just not my thing.
So what the Greeks are really big on midnight Easter mass, as to where the Roman Catholics are big on the Christmas Eve midnight mass?
Well, Greek Easter is a big thing in Greece or whatever, right? And sometimes Orthodox Easter, like it's on the same day as American Easter, sometimes it's not.
Uh-huh.
But if you look up just like, Greek Easter, like in Greece or whatever, like on YouTube, you'll find like the videos like in the islands and everything where like all the candles are lit up at night, and like the lights are up, the candles are lit like across the island and stuff. Like it's really beautiful. Yeah, it's a big thing out there.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'm all for that, for like preserving the culture and all that kind of stuff. I'm all for it. And I got, I have no problem with anybody going to church. It's just not my thing, really. So
Right. Oh, I understand that totally. I mean, I'm Roman Catholic. I believe in God. I just don't believe in the Catholic Church.
yeah.
So I don't feel as though that you have to go to that place, specifically, and and then they always send out those letters. Oh, we want 30% of your income. We need it for the church. No, you don't. You got to go back to the Vatican. You got the first piece of gold coin ever made.
Yeah, you know what? Like some churches, and when I say church, I mean like the local church, not the umbrella organization or whatever. But like, listen, some do really good work in the community and stuff, and just all charity and support for people. Is some of them do really good work, and then some of them fucked up stuff and cover up for for chomos. Some of them. And some priests like abuse their power and stuff to scam people and financial scams, whatever. But then there are other men of the cloth and men of God, or whatever, that are really about it, and God bless them. So.
Exactly.
Astoria, Christos, yeah, Neptune Diner, baby. That was my spot.
The Neptune Diner.
That was my spot.
Where's that? Up by you?
No, it wasn't Astoria.
Oh,
it was like a landmark over there. It was there for decades.
Oh, okay.
And then my grandparents went there before I was even alive. They were going there for decades. So it was we were known over there at that place. My family.
Oh, okay. Cool. So
I used to go there and like if I was out like late in the city, like at an all night or whatever, like if I could, I would go over there for a Western omelet, in the morning.
Just a Western omelet?
And a cup of coffee.
You're fucking nuts. Oh boy. I don't know, Chris.
Roy Cohn fan said, "Have you been to Greece?" Absolutely, I've been to Greece.
I want to go to Rome and I want to go to Greece. That's the only two places I'm. Oh, and Ireland.
I've been to Rome. It was I've been to Italy. My favorite part of Italy, at least that I went to, was Florence. I never had such good food in my life. Florence.
Really?
Yeah, it was so dope. And then it was just like how like in like I guess you could say New York. I'm sure Philly, they probably similar, but with cheesesteaks, I guess in some places. But they have like hot dog vendors on the corner and stuff, right? Over there in Italy, on the corner, well, in Greece when I went the last time I was in Athens, instead of like hot dogs, they had like like souvlaki on the corner everywhere. I mean, they have that in New York too, but it was just. But I remember in Florence when I went there, just everywhere you went, like the food was so dope. Even just like the guys in the corner selling little sandwiches or whatever, it was just amazing, like everywhere, and it wasn't like heavy, like it didn't like fill you up like that. It was just I don't know, it was cooked without all the fucked up shit in it, I guess.
Yeah, all the shit that we get here, all the preservatives and all that stuff that fill us up, all the junk stuff. But yeah, they're the three places that I want to go to.
Roy
So,
Cohn fan said I spent every summer in Konya, Crete. I went to Crete once. I remember I got mad sick when I was there, but it may have been from the island I was at before. Then I was in Crete for like a week, and I remember I was just like sick like the whole time, or I don't know if it was the whole time, but like I was like food poisoning or something, messed with me, but that was a long time ago.
food poisoning in Greece?
I don't know if it was food poisoning, but most likely was I just ate something that really just didn't agree with me,
Right.
and I was messed up for like at least a couple of days when I was there. I was there for a week, so.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was back in the '90s when I was there.
Now, do you have family in Greece?
Yes.
Okay. That's cool. That's cool. I know the husband has family over in Italy, and his family crest is actually hanging in the Vatican. I thought that was pretty cool.
When you go to the Vatican, you got to get a pass, like an advance, or whatever, to get in, right?
Uh-huh.
Because when I went there, they must have. It's like you could probably compare it to like Disney World or something like that, where they have like 5 hour lines for the rides and that kind of stuff, right? They had these like
Really?
at least when I went there, they had these crazy lines, or whatever. But we got around it because the guy that we were with had like the passes in advance. We just kind of just like went in the back, whatever. There was no wait, you know. So
Oh, cool.
yeah, and I saw like the Sistine Chapel and all that. Like that was wild, man. I was like, wow, look at this. Like, and I'll tell you this. I remember when I was a kid, my mother would always say, like, appreciate art, appreciate art. But I didn't really know what she was talking about. I would just see like graffiti in New York. Like now they don't have as much. Back in the '90s, especially the '80s, but in the '90s, it was like graffiti everywhere, right? There were graffiti crews all over the place. It was graffiti everywhere.
Right.
But I didn't really appreciate what she was saying until I went to Italy. And when I was a teenager. I went there in high school and during the summer, and I've seen the art there in Florence, and it was in Florence especially, like all the statues and everything.
Yeah.
I was like, I understand what my mom was talking about now. I was like, this is so beautiful out here. But
If I could move to one place in the world, it would probably be Italy, just because of that. I mean, just the buildings and just the statues, the fountains. I mean, just the streets. It's just old world beautiful. I would love to live there. Did I lose you again?
no,
Oh, okay. Yeah, I would love to. I love to live in Italy.
I want to go to Colombia. That's where I want to go.
Why do you want to go to Colombia?
Why not?
Aren't you going to Cuba soon?
I had to postpone it. I was supposed to go next month, but it was I was gonna go to the salsa festival down there, but I'm not gonna be able to go. I have some other stuff. I got a lot going on at the moment. I have to postpone it.
Oh, right.
It
Oh,
was
so
next month. I was gonna go.
oh, well, that sucks. You won't be able to go for the dance festival.
No,
What is?
there's something else I'm going to though, but just not next month, but in August. So,
Right. Is that the
but
dance thing?
I'll tell you off of here.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's cool. Well, it sucks that you're not going.
No, not really. It just it's not the right timing. I got too much to think about right now. I can't think about that right now.
Right. No, I get it. It's understandable. First things first. First things first. But all right, I am going to sign off here because the man is in the kitchen being too loud on the phone. He doesn't understand volume. Keep your tone down. So, but thanks for coming up, Chris.
Of course.
And I'm sure we'll talk later.
Okay. All right. I'll talk to you.
All right. Bye, Julie.
Say goodbye.
Yeah, she's not going to say it.
She's curled up in the back seat. So.
Oh, all right.
All right.
I'll talk to you later, Chris.
Peace.
All right. Bye. All right, everybody. I am going to shut it down for the night. Thank you for popping in to my surprise live about nothing. But it was a good time. I had a good time. And everybody have a good week. Be safe. Keep your head on a swivel. And take care of yourselves. I will talk to you later or see you in a chat. Bye.